You're watching ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Jimmy John's. Tonight, it's action from Brigham Field at Husky Stadium in DeKalb, Illinois, on the campus of NIU for a big Western Division game between the Broncos of WMU and NIU's Huskies. We take a look at the standings in the Mid-American Conference, and while Bowling Green has wrapped up the East, the West is completely wide open, with Toledo holding that half-game edge. But the winner of tonight's game controls their destiny, win out, and they're going to Detroit to play Bowling Green. Along with Paul Carcaterra and Ray Bentley, I'm Dave Lamont, and partner, it is that Western duo of Davis and Braverman that scares this conference.
Yeah, they are an outstanding duo of receivers, and Daniel Braverman, you see here, is more of the check down underneath guy, but he's a threat to go down the field as well, as you just saw. And then Corey Davis is Megatron Jr. in my book. He's got an incredible catch radius, the ability to go the distance, and they set up plays just to get it in his hands.
And you see the numbers for these two. They lead the NCAA in combined catches at 159 and over 2,000 yards. Now for Northern Illinois, they had some drama with Drew Hare, their quarterback, getting hurt a couple of weeks ago, but the redshirt freshman Ryan Graham has come in. This is just his second start. He led them to a big win at Buffalo last week. And for more on the Huskies, let's get down to the field and Paul Carcaterra with head coach Rod Carey.
Coach, Ryan Graham, redshirt freshman, only making his second career start. Why is he ready for this moment?
Well, because of his preparation. It's pretty simple. He's prepared like he's been the guy all year, and now he is.
Coach, you haven't lost a game in November since 2009. What will be the biggest challenge tonight?
Well, just go ahead and the first emotion of the game, bring that, and then we got to get past that and then bring the juice, too.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet.
All right, thank you, Coach Carey, and thank you, Paul. There's P.J. Fleck of Western Michigan, looking for a very big win. This would be huge for the program for Western. This is just his third season. He's won 15, but only won the first year. Ray, you and I were here 2 years ago for this matchup when Western Michigan was throttled. They were not ready for that game. They were in, I don't want to say turmoil, but they were certainly in transition, but they've come a long way.
Yeah, I think transition's a better word for it. And boy, did they transition faster than anybody thought they would, as they've been pretty good here the last 2 years. And they lost a tough one to Northern Illinois last year with the title on the line in the final week of the season. NIU 21 unanswered points in the second half of that one.
With the wind at their back, Western will kick off. That's Argyros Turner. He'll take a knee, and we'll have a touchback, and we'll bring out Ryan Graham. Just the first redshirt freshman to start a quarterback. You got to go back to Chandler Harnish at NIU in 2008. And he has performed well. You had a chance to watch him last week.
Yeah, and he really made some strides. I think his comfortability, being comfortable, and then the confidence that he gets out of the success that he's had. And sometimes he's a little off with the shorter throws, but he can hum it down the field pretty good, and he's an excellent runner at that quarterback position.
Now, one problem, though, for Northern Illinois, out for the second straight week, Tommy Lee Lewis, still bothered by a knee injury he suffered in Toledo. He will not play tonight. Northern likes to run the ball, and they will do so to start the game, and Western Michigan was waiting. Not a whole lot on that one. Marcus Jones, the ball carrier, getting a surprise carry. They're number 21, and he trots right off. Usually it's Joel Buonio or Jordan Huff in the backfield. So an early surprise, but no gain. A lot of jet sweep fakes. They go back to the ground, and that's a solid 8-yard pickup that time. Caleb Bailey stopping Buonio, who's already over 1,100 yards on the year.
Buonio is one of those inside-outside guys, Dave, equally effective on the perimeter and between the tackles.
And Northern Illinois playing quickly. Buonio will get the first down, and they'll get to the edge and more outside the 40-yard line. There is a flag down at the 34-yard line. Rontavious Atkins made the stop for WMU, but let's see where this flag is.
Holding. Offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty. Third down.
That's referee Tim O'Day. That's Levon Myers hit with that penalty. This is a very experienced front five, with the exception of Matt Sharping, the redshirt freshman. And a little bit of a surprise, such an early mistake. How about you identified a few impact players for tonight?
Yes, in Northern Illinois, I've got Galladay, that wide receiver, Kenny Galladay. He is outstanding. Number 19, they will find ways to get him the ball, and he is a tough cover. And Ronald Zamort will be the man who draws that assignment. And I expect he'll be chasing and following Galladay all over the field tonight.
Galladay has a significant height advantage of about 6 inches as Graham over the middle. And, there's a shot at the 42-yard line by Atkins, but the catch is made by Galladay and a first down.
He paid for that one, but that's what Galladay does. A big-bodied receiver at 6'4", 200 pounds, explosive and great hands, and he's tough, as you just saw. He can take a shot.
61st catch for Galladay, who played at North Dakota prior to coming to DeKalb. That's Buonio headed left, gets around the corner, and he'll be knocked out of bounds shy of the 50-yard line, gain of about 4 on the play. So they're running Buonio again, make it 5, so it'll be 2nd down and 5.
Usually you'll get Buonio up the middle, and then they'll change it up with him and bust him outside. They've started with the outside runs tonight.
Now they'll head it out to Argyros Turner. Turner will get through one, but not through another. And Atkins will hit you.
Right?
His nickname is Buck. Everybody calls him that. His given name is Rontavious Atkins. He's from Pahokee, Florida. Looking at 3rd down now and 2.
He's delivering some blows. It's a little chilly here tonight. He's trying to warm people up.
48 and windy, and we do mean windy. And right now, Northern Illinois has that wind in their faces. Graham on the draw, lowers his head, gets the first down. And Graham is an interesting situation, Ray, with the run game with Graham. We know that NIU loves to run the quarterback. They've been doing it for years, but behind him is a freshman who hasn't played.
Right, and that's the scary thing. And, we got 2 differing opinions on how they want to approach that. The head coach, Rod Carey, says, hey, it's November. We've got to win, so whatever it takes. And, Bob Cole, the offensive coordinator, a little less enthusiastic about running his quarterback, but they're going to do what they have to do.
It was Andre Turner making a good tackle there for the Broncos in space on 2nd and 11. Little pressure there. Graham lobs it up one-on-one in coverage, and it's out of bounds. Trying to get it to Galladay. Darius Phillips was in the coverage that time for the Broncos. So now 3rd down and 11 for NIU.
Excellent coverage by Phillips on this play as he has the press at the start, and then he's just going to turn and run and get on that hip. And I love how he got his eyes back in plenty of time to make a play on the ball.
There's a Baylor formation that we're seeing a lot of. If you watched the Bowling Green game last night, they do that too. Shot, and that's just missed. A little communication error, perhaps. Whatever it was well over the head of Galladay. It sets up 4th down and 11.
And I don't know if that thing slipped out of Ryan Graham's hand or not, but it did not come out right. Maybe he was trying to play the wind because he's throwing into it, but that was not a good toss.
I don't see a punter out there, partner.
Well, they like to go for it. And who knows if they're actually going to snap this football or not.
Well, they could take the penalty, but that's a long way to stand there. It's 17 on the clock, and he's going to pooch it. Yeah, that's a common tactic, and it's going to roll into the end zone, and Western Michigan will have their first possession at the 20-yard line. Again, just to remind everybody what's at stake, the winner of this game controls the Western Division. Even though Toledo is at 6-1, they lost to Northern Illinois. But on the 27th, it's Toledo against WMU. So Toledo is probably rooting, I would think, for the Broncos tonight to win this game.
I would agree with that. And as you said, each of these teams win out, and they will be playing Bowling Green in that MAC championship game December 4th.
Zach Terrell, the junior from Fort Wayne, a little off his game a week ago in Kalamazoo against Bowling Green. Did not throw a touchdown pass. He'll start with Jamari Bogan at the running back spot, number 32.
You'll get a lot of this tonight from Western Michigan's offense. They like to freeze and then look and then change the play.
Low snap, fake to Bogan. Terrell throws, and it's caught. And get ready and get used to hearing the name Corey Davis, number 84. That's a first down at the 35-yard line. And I commented last week, rarely do you see a college receiver this polished.
He does all the little things. You watch him, Dave, and in terms of, like, he gets close to the sticks, he'll stick the ball out to get that first down. The way he gathers himself to go up and high point the football. Tremendous catch radius. You cannot throw it. He makes the quarterback look good. You can't throw it away from him.
Levante Bellamy, number 5, takes the tailback spot now. Terrell in some trouble, and he'll take off. And he'll slide safely to the 40-yard line. And that'll be a 4-yard pickup. Second down and 6 coming up. And you see number 45, Boomer Mays, in the picture. When he shows up, you slide. Take a look at some impact players now going the other direction.
Right, and we mentioned Corey Davis already, and the tight end, Ernsberger, is one of the, they call him the team bully. He is a great blocker, and they'll use him in that regard. Perez Ford, the top pass rusher for NIU. They'll move him around, and Sean Lurie gets the tough duty tonight because Paris Logan is out. That means Lurie will probably have to cover Corey Davis throughout the evening.
And there are people certainly here in DeKalb who will tell you that Logan is the best corner in the MAC. So that's a big loss. He's battling a high fever. And Bellamy on the carry. He'll get it to the 44. Sets up 3rd down and a yard. Bernard Schwen, a redshirt freshman from Lake Worth, Florida, north in the Palm Beach County area, north of Boca Raton, in there on the stop.
It's Albert Smalls who is in the game right now with Paris Logan being out, and he's the one who's been covering Corey Davis. In fact, he's drawing him on the bottom of the screen here right now.
Jarvion Franklin, the big running back who was such a sensation last year, hardly played last week, is in. He goes out in the pattern, straight quarterback run, and it's going to be a 1st down, and Terrell breaks 1 tackle and then took a shot from Marlon Moore, the Huskies' leading tackler, but it's a 1st down Broncos.
And this is what you said, Dave, a quarterback sweep, and Western Michigan does not run the quarterback a whole lot. But this is the time of year where it doesn't really matter. You've got to get what you can get and not worry about your quarterback taking shots like he just took on that one.
It's November. You're here to win. First drive for the Broncos, and they are now in NIU territory. Looking deep. Survives 1 hit. I don't know how he ever got a yard out of that, because he got pummeled a couple of times, and Mays in there on the stop, Boomer Mays. And because there's also a Brandon Mays that plays for NIU, no relation. So it's a 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, Cameron Clinton Earl, the defensive end, was the first one to hit Terrell. But Terrell was able to get away. He's a pretty strong, deceptively strong runner, I should say. And he's pretty good size on him, too, at 6'4", 209. He just won't go down for you.
He has 3 rushing touchdowns and 23 in the air against 7 interceptions. To the ground they go. And Bogan makes a sweet move, put the foot down, and he'll get chased out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Brandon Mays in there on the stop, and the Broncos continue the drive with a 23-yard pickup.
And he follows the big guard, Taylor Moten, around into the hole. And Moten, when he gets a rolling, he's a big body that can block people. He took the linebacker out, and that allowed Bogan to split those 2 defenders. He's an exciting running back when he gets going. He hits that hole as quick as anybody.
Now Bellamy gets the carry. He's a speed back, although he does run between the tackles well. He gets a solid 5. 2nd and 5 is Folliard and Schwen in there on stop.
Bellamy has a lot more side-to-side movement in his game as opposed to Bogan, who is a straight ahead, hit it quick and make it happen guy. See the ranks for each of these teams offensively and defensively. And Western's up there in a lot of good categories. They move the ball extremely well.
Franklin comes back in, number 31. Western 65% in the red zone this year with touchdowns. And now they go Tom Flacco with a little bit of a quarterback change. And he'll carry the football to the 17-yard line for a yard, yard and a half. Boomer Mays on the stop. Nothing wrong with Terrell, by the way, as he comes right back out on the field. And
it's really their form of the Wildcat, Dave. They've done that throughout the course of the season, and Flacco's been extremely good at it. 13 carries, 161 yards. That'll get you on the field a few times when you show that kind of production.
Now Fabian Johnson, 3rd down back. Little body, big heart, great blocker out of Central High in Miami.
Top of the screen, you've got a little matchup, and the safety sitting over top of that, leaning towards it.
Pressure on Terrell. A little bit hit as he throws, and he overshot Braverman, and he got knocked down afterwards cleanly. So it'll be 4th down, and Western Michigan will send out Andrew Haldeman, who in his last 3 games has made 7 of 7, and actually, 9 in a row now he has made.
Boomer Mays had the pressure on the blitz here as he basically took on the back Fabian Johnson and bull rushed him right back into the quarterback.
Mays is one of those guys, and you have him in every conference, who seems like he's been there about 20 years.
Yeah, he's on that 7-year program.
Oh, man, great player. They are going to miss him next year. He's actually leaving. He's a redshirt senior. Now, with the wind at his back, Haldeman from 35. And Western Michigan is on the board first. So their defense does the job, stops NIU. They turn that around and gain 3.
What's this? A box. It takes worn out things and makes them better.
It's our biggest breakthrough yet. We're taking worn-out batteries and making them into something strong. Energizer Eco Advanced, world's first long-lasting battery made with 4% recycled batteries.
I'm not ready. Intel's best processor is here. So you can take this very real, very terrifying memory and edit it, share it, play it back in 4K quality.
Introducing Intel's new 6th generation core processor. It's our best processor ever.
I thought you said they got a Buick. I thought they did.
Is that a Buick?
So your dad let you borrow the,
Buick, Mr. Simmons. And it's got a 5-star overall safety rating, so there's nothing to worry about.
My grandpa used to drive a Buick.
I don't think that's what he's worried about.
That's not your grandpa.
Don't wait. Get your Black Friday deal early with cash back for 20% of the MSRP on 2015 lacrosse models in stock the longest. That's $8,000 on this 2015 lacrosse.
We sent 2 women into a real guy's night out to see if they could find a guy who uses Just for Men.
It's me.
No way.
Just for Men gives you a natural gray-free look. Just lather in just 5 minutes. Great-looking hair made easy. Just for Men.
What's this? A box. It takes worn out things and makes them better.
It's our biggest breakthrough yet. We're taking worn-out batteries and making them into something strong. Energizer Eco Advanced, world's first long-lasting battery made with 4% recycled batteries.
Huge matchup in the Big 12.
Buckle up for a wild one.
TCU, Oklahoma, Saturday at 8 Eastern on ABC.
Breezy evening in Kalamazoo. Excuse me, not Kalamazoo. That was last week. We're in DeKalb, and it's breezy here too. And temperature will probably be a few more degrees cooler than the 48 you see. I'm Dave Lamont with Ray Bentley and Paul Carcaterra. Brigham Field and Husky Stadium. That 21-mile-an-hour wind at the moment favoring Western Michigan. And so is the scoreboard.
Haven't seen it affect the ball, at least from a quarterback standpoint yet, Dave. We'll see if it does as the game goes on, but so far I haven't seen it being picked up and moved over.
Last kickoff is a touchback. We're going to get 2 for 2. That probably is going to happen on just about every kickoff going in that direction. This week, the College Game Day crew is back in Columbus for the Big Ten battle between 9th-ranked Michigan State and number 3 Ohio State. Reese and the gang get you prepped for that one and another full day of football as only they can do. College Game Day built by the Home Depot, Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. And, of course, if you're out and about, streaming live on Watch ESPN. And we thank those of you who are streaming our game tonight, wherever you may be.
It's going to be an exciting day down there in Columbus, that's for sure.
Well, we're going to find out a lot about Ohio State, any of the doubters, and there are some out there. We're going to learn real fast next couple of weeks what they're made of. Graham under pressure, got away from one, and he'll just throw it away. He finally had to get away from Andre Turner and Cleveland Smith as we check in with Paul Carcaterra. Paul?
Well, Dave, you heard from Coach Rod Carey before the game about his freshman quarterback, Ryan Graham. He said he's prepared. And I had a chance to speak to his dad, Dan, before the game. His uncle, Kent Graham, played in the NFL for 10 years, had a huge influence on his playing career throughout high school, always breaking down his mechanics and the cerebral aspect of the position.
And he was smart enough there, Paul, to get out of bounds after picking up 6 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 4. Asante Brown chasing him, number 6, who had 14 tackles in the loss last week against Bowling Green.
And should have had about 20, to be honest with you.
He had an up and down day, let's say. Travis Green at times, and Travis Green will do that to a lot of backs and the defensive backs. Maybe you look bad. Graham again, got a hole here, and he'll get a 1st down as he's pushed again. Almost an identical push out by Brown. It's another 1st down for the Huskies.
Great job by the left side of that offensive line, creating that huge hole, that you talked about, Dave. Aiden Conlon and Levon Myers getting it done on the left side of the Husky line.
That's Turner going in motion. The handoff, however, not to Turner, but straight ahead Wanya, and Western shuts him down after 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Good play by the defensive line for Western Michigan this time. They stood up and took on some blocks. In particular, David Curl. He knocked the line backwards.
Graham again. Long throw, and is that hit the ground or is that a catch? It is ruled a catch.
Yeah, he scooped it. That's Chad Beebe, son of Don Beebe, former teammate of mine back in the Buffalo days. And I saw Don last week and asked him, can you still outrun the young man? And he looked at me like, please, of course I can, which told me he couldn't.
No buzz.
Yeah, they're going to get.
Yeah, they do want to buzz it. The replay booth, I was wondering if they wanted to take a look at it in more detail.
It looked to me like the ball did hit the ground.
The ruling on the field on the previous play of a completed pass is under further review.
However, I didn't see the ground move the ball. And if the player has his hands on the ball and control of it, it can hit the ground. But if the ball is moved by the ground, then you're going to have to call that an incomplete. Good look at it here.
Good there.
That's where I saw it. It touched the ground, but the movement, I think, was from the hands of Beebe. I'm going to say this one should stand as called on the field.
All right, of our 3 choices, we have confirmed, stand, and overturned. The call on the field is a completed pass and a Huskies 1st down. The replay team, Don Bondi, the communicator, and Bill Lawdy, the replay official.
It's nice to see those fellas stopped over in our booth before the game, and the replay official, Bill Lawdy's been at it since it started 11 years ago. Don Bondi.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. It's a complete pass. 1st down, Northern Illinois.
All right, put me down as 1 for 1.
Might want to quit while you're ahead.
It doesn't happen often.
So with 6:10 to go in this quarter, Northern Illinois and Western Michigan, 3-0 Broncos here. On Wednesday night action. 1st place fighting in the West. Very unclear who's going to go to the MAC championship game at Ford Field in Detroit.
An unbalanced line into the sidelines.
That's Turner, and he just runs smack into the Western defense. And that's barely a yard gain there. We show you the offense for Northern against the defense for Western Michigan. And Northern Illinois, a team very balanced in their 453 yards that they get total for the year. They love to run it.
That's their key, Dave.
That's going to be out of bounds on the long throw, and here comes a flag.
I'm not sure what that's about. I know Ronald Zamort, who had the coverage there early, kind of rode Galladay out of bounds.
That may be what it is. Again, we mentioned Zamort at 5'10" out of Delray Beach. Galladay 6'4".
Pass interference, defense, number 7, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
We'll see if this is a good call.
Well, he pushes him out of bounds, basically, is what happened here. And you're allowed your own space, but you can't elbow a guy and force him off of his path. And that's kind of what happened there with Zamort.
they're going to put the ball down at the, what is it, 36, 37-yard line. 37-yard line. So Northern Illinois gets a break on the call, and the drive continues. Jordan Huff, number 23, comes in as Turner goes in motion. And they go jet with Turner. No, they keep it. Great job there by Graham. I was fooled. Not everybody was, though. Bailey in there on the stop for WMU after a 5-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Great play by Caleb Bailey, number 20, that middle linebacker, as he was almost fooled, but was able to change directions and lasso the ankles of Ryan Graham.
Huff, quick start, and unable to get out of the tackle of Rontavius Atkins. Classic form by Atkins. No gain, 3rd down and 5.
Atkins did an excellent job of staying backside and keeping his leverage on the ball. And then he goes down. I'd prefer to see a guy keep his feet moving, but he wrapped up and kept it going.
They're in NIU playing without Tommy Lee Lewis. Explosive wide receiver. Wanyo, he stays in the block. Graham, they're trying to keep him in the pocket. He'll throw on the run and overshot. Incomplete. Beebe was there. Turner was there. And it's 4th down and 5. Now this, to me, seems like go-for-it territory, particularly since it's a long field goal into the wind.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be the quick kick this time.
No, I think it could be the quarterback taking off. I wouldn't be shocked at that.
Nor I. And Graham is an outstanding runner, a kind of a point A to point B guy. Not a lot of shake in his game, but he hits it. 52% on 4th downs. And he is going to run, and he is going to get it. Grant DePalma, who played brilliantly last week despite playing with a groin pull that's still bothering him, makes the stop, but it's a 1st down. Looks to me like this was a quarterback draw, as some of those offensive linemen are released downfield. Actually late, kind of, but they did go down the field. So I think that was quarterback draw.
Graham keeps slant pattern, overshot, incomplete. Better throw, and that's a touchdown. You do wonder how the wind may be toying with Graham right here, but it's 2nd down and 10.
That one was either a bad throw or the wind, but Galladay wins inside. He's going to kind of block first because it's one of those pop passes where the offensive line is actually blocking and thinking run. The quarterback reads that conflict player in the seam, had a seam, and threw it in there. Just a bad throw.
12th play of the drive is going to be stuffed by the WMU defense. Caleb Bailey with another tackle, his 3rd so far, loss of 2, and it's 3rd down and long, 3rd down and a dozen for NIU.
Gerald McKinney, number 98, collapsed that whole side of that offensive line of NIU, and that gave Caleb Bailey a clean run through to make the tackle. I loved it when defensive linemen did that. Make you look like a hero.
Pressure coming from the blitz. He'll go for it all right here for Turner. Touchdown, NIU. And the Huskies take the lead.
When they had a mismatch, Dave, they got the receiver Turner on Austin Lewis, who is a linebacker, and the safety is late coming over, and you see the result. In fact, Austin Lewis was shook so bad he wasn't even in the picture.
That's Graham's 4th touchdown pass in his short stint, taking over midway through the 2nd quarter of the win at Toledo. His first start last week, a win at Buffalo. And now he leads in the 1st quarter following a 13-play, 75-yard drive in 3 minutes and 40 seconds to put the Huskies in front against a team they have won 6 in a row over.
So what's the next one up?
Says it's a Buick. Wow, that doesn't look like a Buick.
So your dad let you borrow the...
Buick, Mr. Simmons. And it's got a 5-star overall safety rating.
I don't think that's what he's worried about. I bet you haven't seen anything like it.
It's a Buick.
I'm what you call an early adopter.
Don't wait. Get your Black Friday deal early with cash back for 20% of the MSRP on 2015 lacrosse models in stock the longest. That's $8,000 on this 2015 lacrosse.
Getting ready. It's a challenge, but there's always a smart solution, like Philips Norelco shavers. 72 rotating blades, 151,000 cuts a minute to catch even the last hair standing, so you can be your best you. Innovation in you. Philips Norelco. Save up to $50 on Philips Norelco.
You can be the best in your house.
And then your block.
And then your state.
You can own this court.
And then raise these banners.
Then get all the love.
You can be the best in this house.
You could be faster than the fastest. Then faster than that.
You can carry on a legacy.
You could kiss this cup.
Then add a couple of these.
And be the champion, the one Queen wrote the song about.
You could be the best of all time. The one even I can't deny.
And then make everyone want to be like you.
And you can stop there, but you won't. Because you're not done yet.
For the athletes moving the game forward, Gatorade's creating the fuel to do the same. Fueling today, fueling the future.
ESPN College Football is presented by Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Sandwiches and in part by Buick, proud partner of the NCAA.
So NIU goes 13 plays, 75 yards, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And Argaros Turner gets the 22-yard reception, so they wrest the lead away from the Broncos, who had a field goal on their opening drive.
I thought Graham handled that drive extremely well. Had the one errant pass, but got things done in terms of making the proper calls and decisions with the football.
Darius Phillips, who's housed the kickoff return this season, is standing back around the 2-yard line.
If that wind holds the ball up for him.
It's a pretty solid kick. Phillips on the run, though, at the 5-yard line. Trying to get to the outside, and looks like he grabbed a face mask. I don't see a flag, but he got stopped at the 15-yard line. A great tackle by Juwan Johnson, number 27 in red. We'll step aside and see how Zach Terrell and the Broncos respond when we return.
Bills Patriots at 8:15, Monday on ESPN.
Opportunity has no slow season, no off days or downtime. Opportunity is everything you make of it. This winter, take advantage of our season's best offers on the latest generation of Cadillacs. The 2016 Cadillac ATS. Get this low mileage lease from around $269 per month or purchase with 0% APR financing.
This New Year's Eve will be so awesome. The stars have all aligned. So match your jerseys and cummerbunds, 'cause now it's playoff time. Yes, New Year's Eve will be so awesome, watching college football through confetti. Missing out is not an option, so plan accordingly.
We've got a small business, and we needed a new website.
I talked to a web design company, but they wanted to charge me a fortune.
Then I heard about web.com.
They said they would build me a custom website for free.
We just thought, there's no way.
Then I called them up.
And then they built it for me.
A custom website built free. Who would have thought?
If you call the experts at web.com now, we'll build you a new custom website absolutely free. Then we'll list your website in hundreds of places online so new customers can easily find you. If you're happy with your new website, we'll continue to provide promotion, hosting, support, and maintenance, all for one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing.
And when they say nothing, they really mean nothing.
Call right now and get a free .com or .net domain name for your new website powered by VeriSign, the world's leading domain name provider. You say it, we build it free. It's as easy as web.com.
Call 1-800-279-0568 today.
Well, a great night for these two young men, Ryan Graham and Corey Davis. They are practically brothers. Ryan Graham's family taking in Corey Davis at a young age. They met as youth football players. They became extremely close friends. And a few years after they first met, Corey Davis moved into the Graham household, and the Grahams became his legal guardian. And it's a wonder, and they never imagined being in this particular position, but with the injury to Drew Hare, making Ryan Graham the quarterback for NIU. Now you've got Davis is on the field at the moment, number 84 in white, and Graham competing against each other. And for more on that story, we do have Paul Carcaterra with a very proud and possibly conflicted father.
Indeed, Dave. Dan Graham. You got to be one proud dad here tonight. You have Ryan playing quarterback and Corey wide receiver. What's this moment like for you?
It's a dream come true for Robin and I. To have your kids play in college is great, but to have them play on the same night is just unbelievable.
Describe their relationship.
Always been best buddies. It's just been a joy for us to watch them grow up together and play together and now play against each other.
What were the conversations with the two this week like for you?
They don't take it too seriously. I mean, they're brothers first, and they just try to have fun with it.
What about summertime? How much time are they training together and getting after it?
Well, they don't give them a whole lot of time, so mainly it's downtime when they are together in the summer.
This is a busy time of the year, obviously, for you and your wife, Robin. What is that whole logistical plan like for you getting to these games?
It's, every week we just kind of look at it and see who can go where and flip a coin. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, this week, very easy. You get to watch them and enjoy this moment, Dan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you, Paul, for putting that together for us. That's a first down, by the way, to Zach Terrell to Daniel Braverman on an unbelievable throw. I should add that Corey Davis's biological parents are still very involved in his life.
Right.
This is not some issue where they aren't, and they're probably watching. They might even be here, and so they're probably even more thrilled to see how this is working out, or as thrilled. So we just wanted to mention that. And also there's a Central Michigan tie-in, too, that we'll get to in just a second. Out to the 34-yard line goes Braverman, and there's another great wide receiver involved there.
Yes, Titus Davis, who actually, he went to live with another family, and that kind of led Corey down that path. And, 7 children in that family, and it helped them out in terms of getting those boys in a place where they had the resources to really maximize their potential.
Second down and about 4 here for the Broncos. You see Braverman picking up 2 catches in a row. Back to the ground, and that play was shut down by the interior of the NIU defense. Getting to the 35-yard line is all. Boomer Mays led the parade, number 45.
He did a great job of standing up Taylor Moton, the guard, and then falling off into the hole and still bringing a pretty good whack to the running back, Bogan. That's some stout linebacker play right there from Mays.
So Jarvion Franklin comes in, third down, short yardage. There were 1,500 yards last year, but this year 663. And now they bring in Tom Flacco, also the running style quarterback.
This is essentially Wildcat.
Behind Franklin, who got off a pretty good block, but there is Mays again, 45, and he'll be short.
He had one arm playing the blocker and the other one out there reaching down to make the tackle. And Mays is on his game tonight, and he reads it really quick, right off the bat. And that's a good matchup when he's going against Donnie Ernsberger, the tight end for Western Michigan, who is really a whale of a blocker. And you see he reacts well. I think what really cost this play was the snap was low and away from the direction that Flacco was running.
Western Michigan has called a timeout, facing 4th down and 1. Last week they did a 4th down and 1 from their own 21, so they might try it again.
We've got a small business, and we needed a new website.
I talked to a web design company, but they wanted to charge me a fortune.
If you call the experts at web.com now, you can have a new custom website built for your small business absolutely free. If you're happy with your new website, we'll continue to provide promotion, hosting, support, and maintenance, all for one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing.
Call 1-855-852-4334 today. No matter why you're on the road, travelers all want the same thing. Great service, a clean, comfortable room, and a price that saves you more for what you travel for. And that's how we've always done things at Motel 6. Now we're renovating our locations nationwide with a fresh, modern look, still for the lowest price of any national chain. So you'll see us in a whole new light. I guess the more things change, a great deal stays the same. I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you.
Every weekend gets bigger in college football, and we're ready to go. It's time for Watch ESPN, so if you're out and about, stream every game live, download the app, or go to watchespn.com. Now, during the timeout, Jay Schroeder, the punter, was getting in some warm-up, getting ready, working on the snap, but we have seen P.J. Fleck go for these things before, and Flacco is out there. Number 13.
I'm a little bit surprised. I think you punt this football. You got 44 seconds left in the quarter. Take advantage of the win and win the field position game. But they're out there now. They don't have to snap it. They can try to draw them off sides. But I think this is an unnecessary gamble early in this ball game.
Well, they are 10 of 15 this year on fourth downs, 67%. And now we're going to get another stoppage.
The flag, too.
Let's start counting. Are there too many men on the field? 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I think it's 11 Huskies. We'll see.
There's no foul for an illegal substitution. Northern Illinois called a timeout. That's their first timeout of the half, and this will be a 30-second team timeout.
So they avoided a banana peel right there. That penalty would have given Western Michigan a first down. And so we'll go back into the huddles again. So both the teams have burned a timeout here in the opening quarter. Now, this is a big game in the Western Division. Toledo is sitting there at 6-1, and tonight they're rooting for the Broncos because they lost to Northern Illinois in an earlier November MAC game. And Western and Northern control their own destinies. Win out, and they'll take on Bowling Green at Ford Field in early December in the MAC championship game on a Friday night.
Right, Northern Illinois has Ohio in here for their final game. And Western gets to take on Toledo, which if Western wins this game tonight, it'll be a de facto West championship game when they play next week.
And Ohio seems to have bounced back. I watched them get run over by Bowling Green. They were really beat up a couple of weeks ago. They're starting to get healthier, and they will not be an easy out, even though the game will be here in DeKalb at Brigham Field Husky Stadium. So now P.J. Fleck sends out the same bunch. He's still got Flacco out there.
I'm going to be on record here as saying I don't like this gamble this early.
Well, he's got the big the tight end with him. Is he going to run to the side with more space on the left this time?
I'd run behind number 85, Ernsberger, if I'm going to run.
They need a full yard. He's running behind Ernsberger, who makes the block. Flacco will get it. Ernsberger with a key block. Moore and Mays in there. Gain of 5. First down, Broncos. 11 of 16 on fourth downs this year.
Well, you got to give P.J. Fleck credit. He came here to win, and he's willing to gamble early in order to try to do so.
Jamari Bogan is the tailback. Zach Terrell, number 11, comes right back in. Waning seconds of the opening quarter. Play action fake, middle of the field. Braverman close to a horse collar, but no flag. He is dragged down by Marlon Moore at the 43-yard line. First down.
Braverman is kind of a Wes Welker, Julian Edelman type of receiver. Plays in the slot, has that build that we're familiar with, that those guys have, and he's fearless going over the middle of the field.
I had a chance to talk with him briefly last week in Kalamazoo. He is a walk-in cup of coffee. He is, I don't know if that kid ever sleeps. He is full energy at all times. And right now it is the end of the first quarter with Northern Illinois leading Western Michigan 7-3. The Broncos have the football.
Opportunity has no slow season, no off days or downtime. Opportunity is everything you make of it. This winter, take advantage of our season's best offers on the latest generation of Cadillacs. The 2016 Cadillac SRX. Get this low mileage lease from around $339 per month or purchase with 0% APR financing.
When Neil Lane creates a ring for today's biggest stars, it looks fabulous from every angle. And for Kay Jewelers, he does the exact same thing. Yes. Neil Lane Bridal, vintage-inspired rings at Kay, the #1 jewelry store in America.
Every kiss begins with K. Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. And I never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly.
Gentlemen, a smart look comes at a smart price. At our pre-Thanksgiving sale, save up to 60% on a huge selection of suits, sport coats, sweaters, and more. Plus, take an extra 20% off any purchase of $100 or more. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
Other wireless carriers make families share data. Some way to say happy holidays. Switch to T-Mobile now and get 4 lines with up to 6 gigs each. And no sharing, just $30 a line. That's 6 gigs each, plus unlimited streaming with Binge On. Stream Netflix, HBO Now, Hulu, and many more without using data. Get 6 gigs each, just $30 a line, plus free video streaming. Ditch your data worries with T-Mobile.
PC does what?
PC does amazingly thin designs. PC does what no PC has done before. Does yours?
The Citi Double Cash Card comes in very handy with cash back twice on purchases. Earn once when you buy and again as you pay. That's cash back now and cash back again later. It's cash back déjà vu. The Citi Double Cash Card, the only card that lets you earn cash back twice on every purchase, with 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay. With 2 ways to earn, it makes a lot of other cards seem one-sided.
Free pizza from Domino's is just a game night, late night, bro time, dance-off, pizza, cake, and a hot date away. You can earn a free pizza after just 6 online orders of $10 or more with Domino's new Piece of the Pie rewards.
Michigan State, Ohio State, Saturday at 3:30 Eastern on ABC.
Second quarter about to begin here from Brigham Field, Husky Stadium in DeKalb, Illinois. This is ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Jimmy John's. 2 5-1 MAC West teams wrestling for the top spot. But there's one more week of action left with 3 teams: Toledo, Western Michigan, Northern Illinois competing for first in the West and a shot at Bowling Green. We begin the second quarter. Now the win in the face of Zach Terrell and the Bronco attack, and they give it to the big back, Jarvian Franklin. Picks up a solid 5 there, and it'll be 2nd and 5.
He knocked Bobby Jones, that linebacker, straight back, kind of canned him a little bit. It's like he tossed him out of a saloon. This is how you bring it into the hole right here by Franklin.
24 touchdowns last year. He's got 29 for his career. His role has been cut back considerably, in part because of the beating he took last year, and also the emergence of Jamari Bogan, the redshirt freshman from Union, New Jersey.
And the proclivity to put the ball on the ground on occasion.
Well, that doesn't make you PJ Fleck's friend, that's for sure. Very little gain, if anything, that time. 3rd and 5 is next.
And that time, Bobby Jones got his revenge. He stepped up into the hole, and he delivered the blow.
So Franklin will check out. And they will bring in Fabian Johnson, number 3, a junior from Northwestern High in Miami.
Right. Excuse me, Dan. I'm a little surprised that Western has not targeted Corey Davis that much thus far in this ball game. Just one time.
I think it was the first completion, if I remember, in the opening quarter. You're being guarded by Albert Smalls, number 1, with Paris Logan out of the ball game. Terrell guns it, and Braverman was the intended receiver, and it was swatted down by Shawan Lurie, who has 8 interceptions this year, leads the nation, and it's 4th down, and you kind of think they're going to go for it again.
Well, Absolutely. Lurie is one of those guys that flies around and makes incredible plays. As you mentioned, tied for the lead in the nation in FBS with 8 interceptions. But he does all kinds of acrobatic things and makes plays. That was another example of it there. And how about this?
Punting.
Yes, they went for it on their own 36. Here they're going to punt it. I don't get it.
What's the Jim Mora line? You think you know, but you don't know, and you never will. High kick by Schroeder. BB with a rare fair catch. His father right now is very disappointed in him for that. Inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. We'll step aside with Northern Illinois in bad field position, but they do get the wind at their back, and it's a brisk one.
Conquer the weather. Don't let it conquer you. With the capability and adaptability of Lexus All-Weather Drive. This is the pursuit of perfection.
AT&T presents the strongest of the strong.
Guys, in honor of Rivalry Week, we're gonna do something special. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you say Rivalry Week? Rivalry Week.
Rivalry week.
Rivalry Week.
Rival week.
Rivalry Week. Right.
Guys, it's rivalry week.
Strong enunciation. Desmond wins.
Who's strong enough to watch the college football playoff with Bo? Get stronger with AT&T, the network with the nation's strongest 4G LTE signal.
What's this? A box. It takes worn-out things and makes them better.
It's our biggest breakthrough yet. We're taking worn-out batteries and making them into something strong. Energizer Eco Advanced, world's first long-lasting battery made with 4% recycled batteries.
We sent 2 women into a real guy's night out to see if they could find a guy who uses Just for Men. It's me.
No way.
Just for Men gives you a natural gray-free look. Just lather in just 5 minutes. Great-looking hair made easy. Just for Men.
Looking for 24/7 digestive support? Try Align for a non-stop, sweet treat goodness. Hold on to your tiara kind of day. Live 24/7 with 24/7 digestive support. Try Align, the undisputed #1 GE recommended probiotic.
You drive with Uber to make money for the things you want and the things you need. For the places you want to be and the people you want to be with. Helping people get rides around your city is easy. Just tap and go. And only you decide when to call it a day. Start making money for the things that matter to you. Sign up now at uber.com/drive-now.
Santa has a magic snow globe for every family. And this year, look at what he put in our driveway.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event is here. Lease the 2016 ES350 for $349 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
Ryan Graham was outstanding in that last scoring drive for the Huskies. We'll take a look back at it. He did a lot on the ground, making things happen. This was that 4th down play where he scrambled and picked up the 1st down and then followed up with his beautiful touchdown pass right into the hands of Turner. The play selection thus far for Northern Illinois is they're more of a run-heavy team. They've thrown the ball a little bit more here early with Graham.
Well, the philosophy around here the last few years has always been we'll throw it around a lot early, and then we'll pound you late. And they worked that very effectively last season, particularly, and it's looking good here. And Bonio breaks loose. He's gone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois, 87 yards.
That was mostly Bonio.
Now that was Jordan Huff, 23, not 28.
Excuse me, then it was Huff, because first he runs through the tackle of Caleb Bailey, who had him dead in his sights, and then he hits Asante Brown with a stiff arm that knocked him off. And so that's Huff going the distance and breaking 2 what I would consider relatively easy tackle attempts.
12th time this season they have scored in under a minute. They came into the game number 2 in the NCAA. Only Tulsa had more drives under 2 minutes that resulted in a touchdown. 27 now make it 28. And Huff, subbing for Bonio on that play, explodes for his 7th rushing TD of the season.
not expected. It looked like just a mundane play where he was going to get stopped twice, and he kept going.
And that gets him going here at Husky Stadium.
Watch these two guys that are on the hash. The first one is number 20, Caleb Bailey. The second one is Asante Brown. Both of those guys have a shot to make the tackle. Both of them get shook, and the second one, the stiff arm, was a violent stiff arm from Jordan Huff, and then it was just off to the races, outrunning everybody. This was an outstanding one-man effort. I mean, there was not really even a hole there. The linebacker Bailey was in it, but Huff he wasn't going to get tackled that time. You get a back that has that mindset, and you'll get plays like this. And then he pulls away at the end.
That's their longest play since 2012. That touchdown run by Jordan Huff. You know, it's weird to me in this conference how you have these streaks. Toledo has a hard time beating Northern Illinois. Bowling Green has a hard time beating Toledo. Western Michigan's lost 6 in a row to Northern Illinois. Now, a lot of people have been losing lately to Northern Illinois, but it's
a hex type deal.
It is.
It's a voodoo deal.
It doesn't make any sense. There's no logic behind it, and other than the fact that sometimes some teams are simply better. On Saturday, college football presented by Kay Jewelers features a Big Ten doubleheader at noon Eastern. Jim Harbaugh's 12th-ranked Maize and Blue are in Happy Valley to take on Christian Hackenberg and Penn State. Then at 3:30, number 9 Michigan State taking on the number 3 undefeated Buckeyes in Columbus. Both games are also streaming live on Watch ESPN. So a chance for the Big Ten to shine. And you see Mark D'Antonio, Urban Meyer, 4th meeting. Connor Cook beat up a little bit last week.
Yeah, didn't really knocked out of that game early, and then, you know, I think he was 6 of 20 in passing.
Terrell, and a catch made by Davis for minimal gain, just a couple of yards there. Davis, the second catch. Smalls in the coverage that time.
Smalls has done a nice job thus far, where when Terrell is looking for Davis, he's been covered up. And he's giving him, he's doing two things, Dave. He's either playing off and giving respect like he did on that last one, but he's also been up there in press, and he's done a nice job of getting the hands on Davis and disrupting the routes.
Corey Davis is now number 1 among active players in college football in receiving yards with that grab there. He also has 29 receiving touchdowns. That's in the top 3. Terrell got belted. Davis had to handle a ball that came out of nowhere almost, and it's another 2-yard pickup. So here comes 3rd and 6.
And that is how what I like about Zach Terrell. He will stay in the pocket and get whacked and deliver the ball. And I would too if I was throwing to guys like Corey Davis and Daniel Braverman. It's worth it to take that hit because they're going to go get it for you.
He's got room to run, but he'll go to underneath, and that's the smart decision when the receiver is Daniel Braverman out of U School in South Florida, the redshirt junior with another grab.
That play is designed to hit Braverman on that front pocket, and it took so long that he didn't come open and clear until the back pocket. And give Terrell credit and that offensive line for giving him the time, but Terrell hangs in there and makes a throw.
Gain of a dozen on that one. And off to Jamari Bogan. Hit immediately. That's the end of that. It looks, was that William Lee, number 90, in there, who just disrupted and ruined that play. The redshirt sophomore from Indianapolis, a yard maybe, 2nd and 9.
He had help from Liddell Fleming as well, and that was some stout defensive line play by the Huskies. Western Michigan is not having their usual success on early downs, which puts them in some easy to 3rd and shorts usually. They're getting whacked on 1st down here a little bit.
And Jay Neiman, the defensive coordinator in DeKalb, saying that is he hasn't seen too many teams as successful as Western in the first 2 downs, but not on this set. As that time Bogan was wiped out by Austin Smaha.
And this is another great play by Liddell Fleming. Look at number 8 on the right side. He's going to come in and beat the first blocker inside and then log jam the whole thing. He had 2 pullers coming, and he ate them both up by sticking the first one. John Kenoy, the center, he just stuffed him back into the rest of the pile.
Johnson comes in on 3rd down and 12 into the backfield. Boy, what a throw and what a pattern that time. First down, Western Michigan. Brandon Mays on the stop. And working his way through was Kendrick Roberts.
And it's interesting, Dave, they use Corey Davis as a decoy. He runs the underneath route, and that draws attention from the intermediate cover guys, and that opens up that deep window for Braverman to step into.
Roberts actually on that one, number 9. And yeah, and that's only his 7th catch of the year. It probably could be his biggest of the season so far to keep the football moving, keep the drive alive on 3rd down and 12. Tailback is Bellamy. A couple of yards there. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Juwan Johnson on the stop.
Johnson came in on a blitz and had the patience necessary to hold off and not commit, forcing Terrell to hand the football off, and Johnson was in a position where he could tackle either of them.
A couple of streaks and a couple of little trends to keep in mind as the night goes on. One of them that is not a good one for Western Michigan. Under P.J. Fleck, when they score 24 or fewer points, they're 0-17. So keep an eye on that statistic. Terrell going to take off. Crowd looking for a penalty, but I don't see any flags on the field. Fleming had forced him down at the 36-yard line. It'll be about 3 to go.
Corey Davis was wide open on this one. He runs a late flag route to the corner here, and there's nobody around him. But the problem was Terrell just didn't, trust it, because he was looking at it, but he didn't pull the trigger, and by that time it was too late. He had to scramble.
Northern Illinois, another trend, 21 consecutive November wins. 4 out of 7 3rd down so far for the Broncos. Bogan got a good hold that time, and that should be a 1st down, and is. It's like Perez Ford, a solid player for NIU in there on the stop, along with Sean Folliard.
That was Ernsberger on the wham block coming across from out of nowhere, and that time he went low. But he's not afraid to stick his face right up in there. I really like the way number 85, Donnie Ernsberger, plays the game of football.
They don't throw to him. Only 2 receptions, 22 yards. He is perfectly happy with his role.
He's got a little linebacker in him, I think.
Yeah, he is described as the team bully, and they do mean only as a football player, not as a human being. Back on the ground. Oh, that's a good-looking play there for Levante Bellamy as he's belted out of bounds at the 20-yard line by Brandon Mays. There is a flag down, and there's an NIU player injured as well.
I don't know if this would be the call, but it looked like they high-load a defensive lineman to me. A guy engaged with one lineman, and another one came in and cut him down low.
That would be a chop block. That's Corey Thomas who's shaken up.
Holding. Offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty. 1st down. Timeout on the field for a Northern Illinois injury.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event is here. Lease the 2015 GS 350 with complimentary navigation system for these terms. See your Lexus dealer.
You can be the best in your house.
And then your block.
And then your state.
You can own this court.
And then raise these banners.
Then get all the love.
You can be the best in this house.
You could be faster than the fastest. Then faster than that.
You can carry on a legacy.
You could kiss this cop.
Then add a couple of these.
And be the champion, the one Queen wrote the song about.
You could be the best of all time, the one even I can't deny.
And then make everyone want to be like you.
And you can stop there, but you won't, because you're not done yet.
For the athletes moving the game forward, Gatorade's creating the fuel to do the same. Fueling today, fueling the future.
I was wondering if you were free for the rest of your life.
At Jared, we only sell one piece of jewelry.
Yes.
The one she'll wear forever. And it's waiting for you at Jared.
Need new tires? Right now at Pep Boys, when you get 3 Falcon, Cooper, or Hankook tires, you get the 4th tire free instantly. Plus, get no interest and paid in full within 12 months on your Pep Boys credit card. Trust the boys to get you there.
And then Santa's worker zapped it right to our house. And that's how they got it here.
Cool.
The magic of the season is here at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. This is the pursuit of perfection.
ESPN College Football, brought to you by Pep Boys. Trust the boys to get you there. And the Lexus December to Remember sales event, now through January 4th.
Always excitement in November when there's action in town, and took a little help for Corey Thomas to get off the field. He got cut down, but it wasn't we didn't see a chop block on the replay.
Well, we did, but not an illegal one.
Not an illegal one, right? Yeah, that's a very good point. There is legal and illegal chop blocks. So Jarvion Franklin back in. Screen to him. Good step by Franklin around his blocker. John Kenoy, the center. And Franklin will get it back to the 35-yard line. Sets up 12 to go after the 8-yard pickup.
And Folliard ran that one down. Nice entry into the screen, or Franklin, it looked like it was set up pretty good for him a minute. And nice throw by Terrell in terms of getting it over that rush and into the hands of his receiver.
Once again, Western Michigan is eating the clock. This is the 11th play of their drive. Every one of their drives has been 10 plays or better.
That's what they do. 4th in the country in time of possession.
But they only have 3 on the board right now. Pressure coming from the edge. It's picked up. Terrell steps in. He's got Braverman, who makes the grab down to the 5, and Braverman is in for the touchdown.
Outstanding protection and movement in the pocket and waiting for Zach Terrell for Braverman to come open on that crossing route. That's the second time they've caught him in that second window. Now, he got, to me, if that foot stays in bounds, which it did there, he's got it inside.
Play is touchdown Western Michigan. That ruling is under further review.
Here's a great look at it right here.
The feet stays in, and he gets it inside the pylon. In my opinion, I don't see how you overturn that one based on the look.
Here would be my question. Where would you mark the ball?
Well, that's a good point. And the only question is, did he break the plane of the goal line before he ends up landing out of bounds with that left leg?
There you go. I think that's
the issue here.
Well, the indisputable video evidence is always the standard, and we'll have confirmed stands or overturned. I'm going to go with stands here.
Yeah, that's a touchdown in my book, any way you look at it.
If it holds up, it'll be 11 plays, 75 yards, and 6:15. It would be Braverman's 12th touchdown of the season.
Yeah, that look confirmed it for me. I would say confirmed as a touchdown.
And Braverman came into the game with 90 catches. He has 5 tonight for 76. So he has 95 catches, over 1,100 yards.
The ruling on the field stands. Touchdown Western Michigan.
And 12 touchdowns.
I can live with stands.
I think that's the fair way to do
it. Right. Well, like I said, it confirmed it for me.
It wasn't at all indisputable in my mind to turn it over, and I would have absolutely no idea where they could tell them to mark the football. Because he never landed in bounds.
It's a great answer by the Bronco offense.
Well, the second quarter has been owned recently by NIU. That's the first touchdown they have allowed, first points they have allowed in the second quarter over their previous 3 games. They still are outscoring opponents 48-7, however, but Daniel Braverman, the spark plug for this team, great athlete, and he gets in for 6.
TCU, Oklahoma, Saturday at 8 Eastern on ABC.
Conquer the weather. Don't let it conquer you. With the capability and adaptability of Lexus All-Weather Drive. This is the pursuit of perfection.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Life is about knowing what you live for. Enjoy every moment of your retirement with the financial security of New York Life. Get started today.
Gentlemen, a smart look comes at a smart price. At our pre-Thanksgiving sale, save up to 60% on a huge selection of suits, sport coats, sweaters, and more. Plus, take an extra 20% off any purchase of $100 or more. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
Santa has a magic snow globe for every family. And this year, look at what he put in our driveway.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event is here. Lease the 2016 ES350 for $349 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
Excuse me. Hi. I am such a huge fan of yours. Chorus Line, League of Their Own.
Thank you very much.
When it comes to acting, I call you the great one.
Oh, there you go.
Who are these guys?
Clay.
Hey, how's it going?
You see him on Sundays.
No.
And this is my husband, Wayne.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What do you do?
Oh, I did play hockey.
Oh, cool. I'm from Canada, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and you didn't, yeah, okay.
I got a winery.
You're that Wayne Gretzky. You're ice wine. It's amazing.
When you booked this trip, you didn't know we had over 11,000 local activities listed on our app, or that you could book them right from your phone. A few weeks ago, you still didn't know if you were going to go. Now the only thing you don't know is why it took you so long to come here. Expedia, technology that connects you to the people and places that matter.
Celebrating its 11th year, sponsoring the Good Hands Field Goal Nets, Allstate makes contributions to participating universities' general scholarship funds for each field goal and extra point kicked. To date, Allstate has contributed millions in scholarship funds, and a little more going out tonight with a couple of three extra points and a field goal. Hey, while we have a second before the kick, I just want to send our condolences on behalf of everybody at ESPN to Doug Flutie, who worked for us for a little while, lost both his mom and dad today, about an hour apart. And Doug now covering Notre Dame football for NBC Sports. Great guy, really likable. I know very popular in the old Buffalo area when he was a quarterback there. And just our very best to Doug. And through, I'm sure, what is a very difficult time. Kickoff taken at the 8-yard line. And down to the 30-yard line. Northern Illinois will take the football. Rontavious Adkins playing on special teams. You see that from time to time. Coaches would not be afraid to send some of their best players out there to cover on teams. And Western Michigan's special teams frequently lauded by opposing coaches who realize, yeah, they do some interesting things there. Some interesting things there.
They do, and they put a lot into it, and you know that's something that Coach Fleck has emphasized. And then he's got Rob Wenger, his special teams coach, who does a great job.
Plenty of time here. Long throw for Galliard, and right with him. In fact, it almost looked like Darius Phillips was the intended receiver. He had great position there. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Phillips should know this position. He was a wide receiver.
Yeah, well, he ran the route at that time. And that was outstanding as far as his turn and then getting the hip and the timing and getting his head back. He knew he was right where he needed to be, and so he could afford to look when he looked.
Now back to the ground, up the gut to the 35, 36-yard line. Guanyo on the carry. Caleb Bailey, a redshirt sophomore from Romeoville, Illinois, on the stop. Sets up a big 3rd down here, and I'd say about 5.
And I like that they took that shot on 1st down, and they'll continue to do that throughout the night just to try to back that secondary off.
They try here. They slanted. And that's a 1st down. The catch made by Juwan Brescus, number 11. The defensive back, Sam Beal, saw it coming, but just couldn't get there in time to stop it.
And he has have to play and respect the deep ball because they just showed the deep ball. And that opens up routes cutting underneath.
Good play calling there. Now they run a little sweep, little student body left almost. Magno and Bailey in there again, number 20 for WMU. Pick up a 4 there. 2nd down and 6. Let's get down to the field. And Paul Carcaterra.
Dave, something to monitor. Grant DePalma, 40 and white, playing with a big-time groin injury. P.J. Fleck calls him the heartbeat of this defense. They're trying to limit his snaps. They can't keep this kid off the field. Every time between series, he's on the bike, staying warm. This kid's an animal.
Going for it all right here. Yeah, and you know what? Last week, and Paul, you were with us in Kalamazoo. He had 10 tackles versus Bowling Green. The coaches told us, and I'm glad we didn't get to see it, that from about the middle of the quadriceps femoris up to the stomach, it's a multitude of colors right now while he heals.
Yeah, it's amazing. He's been the guts and the glue of this outfit for a couple of years now. You know, started early in his career, and people say, oh, he's undersized, can't get it done, but he's just got a bigger heart than most.
Pressure coming from the outside. And chases Graham. Now he can run this, and he's going to have to now, and he will not get to the first down. And a decision coming up now for Rod Carey. Jarrell McKinney chased him all the way into Sycamore to get him down.
They do have the wind at their back here, but it looks like they're going to go for it.
4 yards to go.
Both these teams willing to gamble on 4th downs here in this first half.
Northern Illinois 52% on the year in 4th down conversions. And there for the 2nd time, and this punt,
not so much.
Well, it's high, and he's going to get a favorable roll. Yeah, inside the 20. So that's the 2nd time they have lined up as if they're going to go for it. And Ryan Graham has taken out the 60-degree wedge and stuck this one at the 14-yard line. So poor field position for the Broncos, who were down 4 in a critical game in the MAC West.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event is here. Lease the 2015 GS 350 with complimentary navigation system for these terms. See your Lexus dealer.
Other wireless carriers make families share data. Some way to say happy holidays. Switch to T-Mobile now and get 4 lines with up to 6 gigs each. And no sharing, just $30 a line. That's 6 gigs each, plus unlimited streaming with Binge On. Stream Netflix, HBO Now, Hulu, and many more without using data. Get 6 gigs each, just $30 a line, plus free video streaming. Ditch your data worries with T-Mobile.
Earning unlimited cash back on purchases, that's a win. But imagine earning it twice. You can with the Citi Double Cash Card. It lets you earn cash back twice. Once when you buy, and again as you pay. It's cash back, then cash back again. And that's a cash back win-win. The Citi Double Cash Card, the only card that lets you earn cash back twice on every purchase. With 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay. With 2 ways to earn, it makes a lot of other cards seem one-sided.
She sees the world a little differently. And by some miracle, she actually said yes to me.
Tell her everything you love about her with Charmed Memories at Kay Jewelers, featuring the new Charmed Memories Star Wars collection. And this Thursday through Sunday, get this free bracelet or charm valued up to $45 with any Charmed Memories purchase of $99.99 or more. At Kay, the #1 jewelry store in the galaxy.
Every kiss begins with K.
And then Santa's worker zapped it right to our house. And that's how they got it here.
Cool.
The magic of the season is here at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Welcome you back to ESPN College Football here in DeKalb, brought to you by Jimmy John's. I'm Dave Lamont with Ray Bentley. Paul Carcaterra on the field. Brigham Field, Husky Stadium. Great action battle tonight on a Wednesday between two rivals, Western and Northern. And if you're a MAC fan, you don't have to elaborate. Everybody knows who Eastern is, who Central is, who Western is, and who Northern is.
They're going to know who Zach Terrell is if he keeps playing this way. 10 of 13 so far tonight for 122 yards and a touchdown.
He's got poor field position here. Of course, the last time I said that, Huff went 87 for Northern Illinois. Oh my, that's not going to happen here. Braverman finally gets shoved out of bounds. He was grabbed near the face mask, but no flag. And that's 200 career receptions for Daniel Braverman.
Yeah, he's outstanding. Now he gets around the edge here, and he's going to shake a tackle. And he's one of those guys that he could make you miss in a phone booth. He's that, quick in terms of his change of direction. And he'll go ways you don't expect him to go and make it work.
He's a redshirt junior. Corey Davis, the other outstanding receiver, is a junior.
Down at the bottom of the screen right now.
On the ground. And that'll be right a yard short of the marker as Boomer Mays gets in there on the stop on Jamari Bogan.
Bogan's been an impressive running back, the redshirt freshman. The thing that I like about him is he's not one of those shake and bake dancer types. He will go up in there and find whatever he can get and then get a little more. He's very straightforward in his approach.
7 carries, 34 yards for him. Straight ahead, and he'll add more to that. And if it weren't for that little ankle tackle, he could still be running. Brandon May stopped him. And let's check in for the first time this evening with Chris Cotter. Chris.
All right, Dave, Ray, DXL halftime report coming your way in just a few minutes. New rankings are out. Trevor Manich will give us his thoughts on those. Plus TCU, the injuries keep mounting on that offense. We'll talk about that. And Michigan State, not only can they play spoiler on Saturday, they can keep their playoff hopes alive. DXL halftime report coming up.
All right, Chris, we'll look forward to that. Thank you, buddy. Good to hear from you. Bellamy, the tailback now. Terrell scrambling. Wide open. That is Roberts. He just stood there, and he will get into NIU territory, and he'll be out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That'll be a 23-yard gain.
And Ernsberger, the tight end, was the initial #1 target that Terrell was looking for. He's looking down the field. The tight end, who rarely goes out, was out there, and it drew the defense. And that left the safety valve just sitting over at the sidelines in Roberts.
Bellamy to the 40. Gain of a couple, 2nd down and 8. He got hit there by Renard Schren.
Schrenke, he came in from the edge. I don't know if he was on a blitz, but he came full speed, just flying, and altered his path a little bit to make a pretty good hit.
He altered Bellamy's path, that's for sure. We're down, by the way. Look at this clock at 2:20.
A lot of running in this game, and that's what keeps the clock rolling. Both teams like and want to run the football.
Jarvion Franklin comes in now, number 31.
Yardage is relatively even.
Terrell. Oh, that's a rare miss to Braverman.
He tried to one-hand it, and when you do that, that's tough to make that catch. And again, it was behind him, though, and Terrell will do that on occasion. I liken his game to darts, where he'll throw a ton of bullseyes, and then he'll throw a couple that don't even hit the dartboard.
That hit the person carrying the drinks?
Or hits the wall or whatever. And that was one of those ones that didn't hit the board.
No, you know what? The more I look at it, the more it looks like it wasn't a great pass. I thought for a second that Braverman was trying to do a Garrick Dieter from last night's game.
He caught one with the left hand and one with the right. Amazing. And then one with both hands. He had 3 touchdown grabs.
On 3rd and long, Terrell, pocket collapses. He'll take off, and he's got plenty of room. Slides safe at the 27-yard line on the 1st down for WMU.
Terrell has a real nice knack of finding a way out of the pocket and then picking up big yardage. And that one, 13 yards and a 1st down. And those are extra added yards that an offense really benefits from, and it drives a defense crazy. You just can't really cover that guy up.
Now Bogan comes in at tailback. We're under 1:40. Western Michigan has 2 timeouts. So does NIU. Terrell guns the fastball in there. That's caught by Davis to the 22-yard line. He did not get out of bounds.
He wound that one up.
Yep, it's going to be second down. Now, Saturday Night Football presented by Walmart, featuring a playoff eliminator in the Big 12. Number 18, TCU. Number 7, Oklahoma at 8 Eastern on ABC with the Big 12 title up for grabs. This game could decide who plays for the championship. Our coverage begins Saturday at 8 on ABC, streaming live on Watch ESPN. I'm sitting with the man who predicted Oklahoma would beat Baylor. Ray Bentley had that one all the way.
Yeah, I think they win the rest of their ball games, as a matter of fact, at least into the playoffs. We'll see what happens then.
If they get there. Terrell pumps once, misses. Incomplete, third down.
I don't know how they can be denied getting to the playoffs if they run the table, because, you know, they've got Bedlam, so they got Oklahoma State playing a ranked TCU team. They just knocked off a ranked Baylor team. How do you keep them out of it?
I agree.
Right. We've seen crazier things now, haven't we?
We'll see. 10th play of the drive again. But this is a tough one here, because remember, the breeze swirls and it's kind of into the face of the kicker at this point.
I don't think P.J. Fleck wants to find out if his kicker can handle it.
7 of 10 on third downs. Three to snap. Blitz coming from the edge. It's picked up. Terrell didn't get from the other side. They picked up one side, but not the other. Fourth down. Perez Ford, 5 sacks in the last 5 games. He has a sack in 4, now 5 in a row.
And Ford is going to show up at the bottom of your screen there, and it's a blown protection. The guy who was blocking him, Chooks Okafor, he left him and went out to the next man on the outside, and there was no one there for Mr. Ford. And I think you go for this. I know that's strange at 4th and 11, but that's a tough distance to kick a field goal in this wind, and P.J. Fleck's going to talk about it.
They have one timeout remaining with 19 seconds to go. We will step aside and see what the decision is from the Broncos sideline.
Is it a childhood dream?
So the huddle breaks, and out comes Zach Terrell and Fabian Johnson and the offense for Western Michigan.
It's tough because the kicker, Halloran, has a a season long of 48. This would be a 45er if they tried to kick it, but into that wind, I think this is a good decision.
Timeout, Northern Illinois.
It's almost like one of those basketball timeouts where you check to see what they line up in, and then you want to talk about it.
The most important thing is that you go.
So it is a windy night. We had a ton of rain hit the area yesterday, but it's dry this evening, but windy and getting cooler in the 40s. And Western Michigan comes out with a different formation after the NIU timeout. It's still 4th and 10.
And they've hit Braverman in these situations on that deep crossing route. Let's see if they dial that back up, because Northern has not been able to stop that yet.
He's in the slot to the left of the quarterback, Terrell. Terrell looking at way, and down he goes. He'll be sacked. Ben Compton came in, the senior. His second sack of the season. 12 seconds ago, NIU takes over.
A little TT stunt where the two tackles are going to cross, and what Compton does so well is he gets upfield into the blocker first and then crosses underneath. And that is so hard to pick up, because everyone else, after that initial 2 steps or so, it's all defined. Everyone knows who they have at that point, and that late stunt will often come open, as it did right there in a big play for Ben Compton, the senior.
You got 12 seconds. You got one timeout. You have the wind at your back, but you better move quickly if the plan here for NIU is to try to get the ball downfield and maybe kick a field goal.
I'm going to try to maybe hit Galladay. I believe he's at the top of the screen, and just let him run and throw it up, see what he can do.
They're going to go for it all right here to Galladay, and it is intercepted at the 20-yard line, caught by Darius Phillips, his 5th pick of the season. And with 3 seconds to go, they took a shot.
Yeah.
That's a turnover you can understand and live with if you're NIU.
No doubt. and, you know, not bad at all. It doesn't going to hurt you, and it was worth taking the shot. The question is, will P.J. Fleck and company try and throw one back at them? I mean, why not? You've got
looking lateral.
Well, you've got Corey Davis, who is as good a deep ball threat as there is in this entire conference. All due respect to Roger Lewis at Bowling Green and Galladay for Northern Illinois. I would consider doing it, but they're going to take a knee.
Look where Corey Davis is.
No.
He is the protector in this, what is normally called a victory formation, but obviously we have not reached that point in the game. But let me warn you this, another trend. This season, Western Michigan is 6-0 when going into the break ahead, but when going into the break behind, they haven't won a game yet, and they go to the break down by 4. 14-10 here at Husky Stadium. Now let's go to Chris Cotter and Trevor Manich for the DXL halftime report. Men, it's all yours.
Thank you, Dave. DXL halftime report. As he said, Trevor Manich here in studio with me here in Bristol. And Trevor, it's
This is the DXL halftime report.
baseball news. Chicago Cubs pitcher Jake Arrieta named National League Cy Young Award winner, beating out two Dodgers, Zach Greinke and Clayton Kershaw. Arrieta, 22-6 with a 1.77 ERA. That's the lowest ERA by a Cubs pitcher in 96 years since Pete Alexander, Trevor's buddy, back in 1919. And the American League side, Dallas Keuchel won for the Houston Astros. 22 first-place votes, easily outdistancing David Price and Oakland's Sonny Gray. 20-8, helping Houston reach the playoffs for the first time going back to 2005. First Astro to win the Cy Young since Roger Clemens back in 2004. Ryan Graham here hitting Argeros Turner for the score. 14-10 Huskies. Second half kick coming up.
This halftime report is presented by DXL. You're looking good.
This is how you'll look when you shop at DXL. But this is how you'll feel. All the brands you love, waist size 38 and up, all in one awesome store. DXL, you're looking good.
I was on the bus and I couldn't stop streaming. I didn't want to think about the overages.
It's okay. T-Mobile now has Binge On, so you can stream all the movies, TV, and sports you want without using your data. It's like free.
So it's okay that I binged an entire season during my kid's piano recital?
I've done that.
Yeah.
I'm binging right now.
You know, I think we made a real breakthrough here today.
What?
Oh, he dies in this episode.
Introducing Binge On. With T-Mobile, stream video free without using your data from Netflix, HBO Now, Hulu, and many more.
Every Christmas is memorable. But a gift from Kay Jewelers makes it unforgettable. Save up to 30% on diamond fashions at Kay, the #1 memory maker in America.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
Now, no matter where you live, you can enjoy high-speed internet with HughesNet Gen 4, America's #1 choice for satellite internet.
My old connection just wasn't cutting it. Now I finally have high-speed internet that works where I live.
Now getting homework done is easier than ever.
Now my internet is so much faster. So is my bike.
HughesNet Gen 4 is faster and better than ever. Enjoy more of what you love to do online. Call 1-800-426-3861.
Now I can stay close to my grandson, even from here.
Now I don't have to drive 100 miles to find shoes like these.
With HughesNet, you can live where you love and enjoy faster surfing, downloading, shopping, videos, music, and more. Don't waste another minute on a slow internet connection. Call today and get free standard installation for a limited time. Call 1-800-426-3861.
This is ESPN College Football, presented by Jimmy John's. Action on a Wednesday night in a critical game in the West Division, with Northern Illinois leading Western Michigan 14-10. The winner of this game has the destiny of winning the West in their hands. They went out. Games next week for Northern Illinois versus either Ohio and Western versus Toledo, and they're the Western champions. But Ray Bentley, take us through this first half highlight pack.
Well, let's take a look at the scoring plays. First one, Argeros Turner beats the coverage. The safety gets over there late. He gets a touchdown. And then how about this 87-yarder from Huff, who breaks 2 tackles on his way to the house. That was the Northern Illinois scoring. And for Western, it was this Braverman touchdown as he sneaks it inside the pylon. They also added a field goal, and that gets us to our 14-10 count.
We take a look at some of the key numbers in here. And rushing yardage for Northern Illinois, that's a big number in this game. Whoever has the most rush yards may well be the winner. Of course, 87 of that 139 on the one play we showed you. And Western has an edge there. 3rd downs, both teams high success, and Western dominating the time of possession. But the only stat that matters is the one that comes up there, 14-10 NIU. Ball fell off the tee. It has gotten really windy, and Northern Illinois will have that wind at their backs in the 3rd quarter. I'm watching the flags to the left over by the beautiful Jordan Center they have over here, the practice facility, and they are getting whooped.
Yeah, they are erect.
It's in the 40s.
It's shaking.
Doesn't feel like it. And if anybody understands about what's happening to the flags, it's the guy who's getting a good beating himself, Paul Carcaterra. Paul.
Dave Lamont, what do you know about wind up there? I'm down here braving the elements. I just caught up with P.J. Fleck, head coach at Western Michigan. He said Corey Davis has been limited in action because last week he had 13 catches. So Northern Illinois right now is doubling Davis. That's opening up a lot of seams for Braverman. So expect a big dose of Braverman in the second half as well. He loves his run defense. Outside that long run by Huff, they've held him for 52 yards on the ground. He said, we're stout, we're getting after it. For Northern Illinois, Corey Thomas, the tackle, he is out for the game, Dave and Ray. We saw him walk off the field with that injury. It's a right leg injury. He walked off with crutches, done for the evening.
No, that's a shame. That'll put number 90, William Lee, in, the redshirt sophomore from Indianapolis, who had one big play already. And meantime, it's 2nd down and 7. And P.J. Fleck knows these wins in the stadium rather well. He was an outstanding wide receiver here at NIU.
Yeah, he used to have to deal with them personally.
Some parts of town, you can still find a photo of him in NIU gear.
I believe you sent me one yesterday.
Yes, I did. That's going to be out of bounds. 3rd down and 7 there.
No chance for Braverman to get open on that as Sharon, number 16, covered him up. But P.J. Fleck, receiver here, and then took over the head coaching job at Western Michigan, was the youngest in all of FBS at the time. And you see he's got a history with this school, Northern Illinois, and it's interesting, you know, he had taken a job here and then shortly thereafter was offered that other job and decided to leave, and that left some people disgruntled.
He wasn't even on the coaching staff for a full 24 hours until he got another opportunity with
was it Tampa Bay?
Yes, Tampa Bay. And there's a flag down here. Let's see what the penalty is while we're waiting. Greg Schiano, that's the name that temporarily left my addled brain.
Pass interference, offense number 9. After the pass to the goal, 3rd down.
That's on Kendrick Roberts. For more on P.J. Fleck, let's get back to Paul.
I spoke to P.J. Fleck before the game. He said he loved his time at Northern Illinois. He worked at one of the local establishments, Fatty's. He said when he was there, they actually had a dish named after him, Fleck's Fried Pickles. But once he left and became the head coach at Western Michigan, it's not on the menu anymore.
Well,
not a surprise.
I laughed when I said Fatty's because I pretty much set up a tent in Fatty's when I come to DeKalb, in case you're looking for me. But yeah, that's a cool place. They still have his 49ers jersey there. He spent 2 seasons in the NFL before he was actually teetering between being a teacher, which is kind of running his family, or a football coach, and we know how that turned out.
Not much difference between the two.
I haven't had the fried pickles yet, though. I got to give that a shot next year. Beautiful catch at the 32-yard line. 33, now 35. Corey Davis. Sean Folliard in there on the stop, and that is right at the mark.
And that's one of those examples of the catch radius of Davis, and that makes Zach Terrell a lot better, having a guy that he can just throw it down the pipe. And he lets this one develop again, does a nice job of looking things off. But when he lets that thing fly, you can throw it just about anywhere in probably a 15-foot radius and not worry that Corey Davis is going to go up and get it.
What a special talent he is. Now Ernstberger in motion. Follow him, and you know where the play's going to go. But no, That time, Northern Illinois just shut it down. Perez Ford, another terrific defender from Romeoville, Illinois, a senior. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Outstanding technique by Perez Ford. He had to close off the edge. He kept his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage, and that enabled him not only to close off the hole, but then deliver a nice hit when he did make the tackle.
That's a good player right there also in Ford. There's a lot of talent on both these teams.
There is.
Northern Illinois, winners of 21 consecutive November games. Franklin in the backfield. He gets faked 2, and Terrell will keep it on that zone read. He'll pick up 3. We'll give him 4 to the 40. Boomer Mays in there on the stop.
Boomer Mays did a fine job of skating over the top, keeping his leverage so that he could make that play. So many times I see linebackers in too much of a hurry, and they overrun things, get overextended, as my old coach Walt Corey used to accuse me of, and it does happen.
In the first half.
Northern up pressing across the board and bring a blitz.
Terrell, and they picked it up nicely. The receiver fell down, and it's intercepted by Albert Smalls. Davis slipped.
And that's exactly what it was. Because Terrell expected Davis to be exactly where the ball was thrown. But when Davis broke that route back inside, he fell to the ground. See him fighting here, and look, he lost his feet there. That's where Terrell had already let the ball go, expecting his man to be. And Albert Smalls came up big.
I knew you were going to do that. NIU has intercepted a pass in every game this season. They're 2nd in the NCAA interceptions. That's their 18th of the season. The first by Smalls, who's filling in for the outstanding redshirt senior Paris Logan, who's suffering from a high fever, and the coaches just didn't want to run him out there. It's been going on for a couple of days.
Smalls is my player of the game thus far with the way he has contained Corey Davis and now making a play like that.
2nd and 7 coming up here. Graham almost busted that. You can hear the groans of the crowd as he fell to the 39-yard line. So coming up now, a critical 3rd down and about 5.
A nice play there by Asante Brown, basically with the quintessential shoestring tackle.
Ryan Graham, just his 2nd start, taking over for Drew Hare, who was injured in the Toledo game. Took 2 steps, and boom, his Achilles just exploded. And he is out, of course, for the year, but he'll be ready for next year. Graham on the keeper. He won't get the first down. Western Michigan was waiting for him. Buck Atkins, Rontavious Atkins, in there, along with Keon Adams, number 12. So here's an interesting 4th down. And about 2.5.
Yeah, I'm just going to say they're going to go for it. It seems like everyone is going for it on critical 4th downs, especially when they get into plus territory past the 50.
This may be Graham again.
Unbalanced line again.
Wanyo, did he get there?
No.
No, he is short. You can see the official at the top of your screen. And the Broncos hold to the 35-yard line. Grant DePalma and Asante Brown stuff that play. And Western Michigan takes over on downs.
And interestingly, they ran to that short side, the unbalanced side, and DePalma was not fooled whatsoever. Stepped into the hole and made a solid hit.
He is that heart and soul of the defense, as Paul mentioned earlier in the broadcast tonight. And a defensive struggle breaking out. You don't always get that on a Action Wednesday.
Want a free pizza from Domino's? It's just a game night, late night, bro time, whoa, dance off, pizza cake, and a hot date away. With Domino's new Piece of the Pie rewards, you can earn a free pizza after just 6 online orders of $10 or more. Order our $5.99 deal and sign up to get your piece of the pie at Domino's.com.
Gentlemen, a smart look comes at a smart price. At our pre-Thanksgiving sale, save up to 60% on a huge selection of suits, sport coats, sweaters, and more. Plus, take an extra 20% off any purchase of $100 or more. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
Happy, happy, happy for you and me. Happy, happy, happy.
Intel's best processor is here, which gives new PCs 3 times the battery life, so you never have to stop watching.
Thanks. Introducing Intel's new 6th generation core processor. It's our best processor ever.
What's this? A box. It takes worn out things and makes them better.
It's our biggest breakthrough yet. We're taking worn-out batteries and making them into something strong. Energizer Eco Advanced, world's first long-lasting battery made with 4% recycled batteries.
Welcome to the most social car we've ever designed. The 2015 Nissan Murano, recipient of Auto Pacific's Best in Class Vehicle Satisfaction Award. Now get great deals on the Nissan Murano.
Everyone knows FOMO, but not everyone knows FOMOD. Fear of missing out on the home of your dreams. Get the real-time accurate Realtor.com app and no mo FOMO'd. Realtor.com, real estate in real time.
Big Ten battle in Columbus. This one is a big one.
Michigan State, Ohio State, Saturday at 3:30 Eastern on ABC.
On a breezy evening, we welcome you to ESPN College Football, presented by Jimmy John's. Western Michigan, their defense holding against Northern Illinois on a critical 4th down with Paul Carcaterra, who's on the field, and Ray Bentley. I'm Dave Lamont. Then wind 17, gusting into the 20s at times, so that's not 48. Might be a little inaccurate.
If you're standing behind something, possible.
Yes. If you're buying a hot dog in the concession stand, it's probably accurate. Fake to Franklin. Terrell guns it. Braverman got behind his body to make the grab. It's a first down at midfield. Mays on the tackle. First down, WMU.
Incredible. This throw is behind Braverman, but the body control that he has, he's running full speed across that field, and when he makes this cut, and then he's able to adjust and reach back and snag that thing. And that ball was thrown before he made the cut, before he made the break. So he had very limited time to find that football.
Tom Flacco is back in at that Wildcat quarterback position. We haven't seen him throw it yet. Usually indicates that he will carry the football. So far, that's what it's been for the Broncos tonight. Again, behind a block from Franklin. Flacco gets a little bit loose, and he will gain 7 on that play, brought down by Smalls and Mays. 2nd and 3 coming up.
And that was a classic example of a linebacker getting overextended. Dave, Sean Folliard had the backside of that play, and he wasn't patient enough, didn't stay back there and keep his leverage, and that allowed the cutback. Flacco has thrown the ball 9 times this year and completed 8 of them.
And he came into the game averaging a little over 12 yards a rush with a touchdown. So he's been effective. And he'll keep it here, and he'll get to the first down, and he'll get driven out of bounds by Brandon Mays. But a first down for Western Michigan.
And it's convenient, I think, to have a quarterback like Tom Flacco, who's going to take a whack here, but to go in and take those hits and be able to run when you want the quarterback to run. And then when you bring Terrell back in there, his jersey's a little cleaner, and his mind is probably clearer.
And your boy Ernsberger had a big block there, number 85 for the Broncos, to help get Flacco loose. Now Terrell's back in with Jamari Bogan, the tailback. Ernsberger takes up residence outside the right tackle, and Terrell goes the other way with it. He'll slide, and that's a good move because there was menace in the eyes of Brandon Mays. And that'll be about a 6-yard pickup, 2nd down and 4. We got the game day crew this week in Columbus for the Big Ten battle between Michigan State and Ohio State. Reese Davis and the gang will get you ready to go. Get you ready for a day of football like nobody else can do. College Game Day, built by the Home Depot, Saturday at 9 Eastern on ESPN and streaming live on Watch ESPN.
They had Jeff Dunham in there last weekend, and I have to tell you, I never laughed so much, and they were all laughing. That was a fun thing to see.
Is that a first down or not? It is very close.
About a half yard short. They had to get just past, well, to the 29, and they're going to mark it just on the 30.
So the way P.J. Fleck operates, I can't see this being anything but 3rd and 4th down territory here if they don't somehow get this extra yard.
Yeah, and it might give them the freedom to take a deep shot here on 3rd and 1, knowing how they like to go for it on 4th.
Davis at the top of your screen. Braverman in the slot to the right side for Terrell. He'll hand it off to Bogan, and that should be a first down and is to the 28. Mays with yet another tackle for Northern Illinois.
Mays is playing, Boomer Mays, it's playing extremely well. The 5th-year senior, and he's stout in there, and just, you know, as a linebacker, some nights you have that feel where you are seeing everything. It's very clear and concise, and you can show up and make plays, and that's what the kind of evening Boomer Mays is having.
Got a dozen tackles so far, Ray, but it's still a first down for the Broncos on the move. And again, this has been a quick quarter as far as the clock goes. We're coming up to 7 minutes as they dominate the time of possession, but they still trail in this game. Pressure coming from the edge. A little slow in developing, and Braverman slides open but cannot hang on. It's incomplete.
Rare drop.
Yep. A little pushing and shoving after the play between the linemen, but the officials are quick to break it up.
You know, the time of possession, which, you know, Western's doing a great job with, but a lot of it is standing around before they snap the football. They will, you know, look over there, do the freeze thing, look again, and then finally call the play. But they eat up a lot of that play clock every time doing it, just like they just did here.
Terrell, slant pattern, immediate hit, and a catch made at the 20-yard line. Albert Smalls hit Davis almost at the same time as the football, and Davis hangs on.
That was one of those bullseyes that Zach Terrell can throw. That one is all in the middle of the black because he had a very tight window to squeeze that into, and then a nice hands grab by Davis. Even though the ball got hit, it looked like by the safety coming in.
Flacco,
excuse me, by Smalls coming in.
Sorry, Ray, to interrupt, but Tom Flacco's come back in on this 3rd down and about 2-3 yards to go with Jarvion Franklin at the tail. Flacco's run it every time he's had it, and he does it again. And he gets through, and a big tackle that time by Brandon Mays that may have saved a touchdown, but the Broncos are in the red zone.
It did save a touchdown because that was the last line of defense. Brandon Mays, the safety, playing within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, fully expecting the quarterback Flacco to run with it. And had he missed that one, there was nobody home.
15 carries by the Western quarterbacks for 55 yards. That's 7 for Flacco and 33 yards. His 8th rush. And not much there that time, as Mays and Schren stuff it.
You might think at some point Flacco's going to throw this football. And I know that's in the back of the minds of the Huskies, too. But they continue to creep closer to the line of scrimmage. And I don't know at what point they get close enough to where P.J. Fleck's going to say, okay, now pull the trigger.
The 11th play of the drive coming up, but Zach Terrell's going to be the quarterback here. He comes back in. He brings Jarvion Franklin, number 31, with him.
And he's got his big tight end all the way out to the top of the screen.
That's different.
That might be a decoy situation.
You got Braverman in the slot. Davis in the slot, too. Braverman open underneath. They go to Davis instead. Braverman was open, and that was nearly picked by Sean Folliard. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
That is one that Zach Terrell is going to be talked to by Kirk Chiraka, the offensive coordinator. Don't make that throw. He stared it down, and he threw it late into the middle of the field. That's a recipe for disaster, and that should have been picked by Folliard. You see Folliard, he sees what's coming on. He dives in front of there. He should have got that one.
A ridiculous 3rd down percentage for WMU, 10 out of 15 tonight, and they still only have 10 points.
Well, they were up at 48% coming into the game. A little higher than that tonight at 66 plus.
Terrell under pressure. Incomplete. Not really sure. There's 3 Western receivers in your line of vision, but I don't know which one of them the pass was intended for.
I think none of them. I think he threw it away because Liddell Fleming had beaten the block of Willie Beavers, and he was all up in the grill of Zach Terrell.
So now you bring out Andrew Haldeman. If he makes this, it would be the 54th field goal of his career and would tie him with Mike Prindle, who played back in the 80s for most in WMU history. He will be kicking into a stiff wind, but it is only a 31-yard field goal. Good job by Jay Schroeder, the holder, to handle a snap. And Haldeman is on a streak. 9 for 9 in his last 3.5 games. And Western Michigan creeps a little closer to a team they have not beaten the last 6 times they have met.
This ball curls in, and it was pretty close to hanging out too far. But he works it inside just enough to get the call.
When a moment turns romantic, why pause to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and the free 30-tablet trial.
Big savings on brakes have arrived at Pep Boys. This week only, get $40 off any brake service package starting at $99.99. So go ahead and schedule a same-day appointment at your local Pep Boys today. Trust the boys to get you there.
AT&T presents the strongest of the strong. What are you people doing in my house? Reese!
Hey, Bo. The contest got so big, we decided to cover it.
I can't get a third camera in here.
Knock down this wall.
On it. Herschel, no. Too strong.
I never get to knock down things anymore.
Who's strong enough to watch the college football playoff with Bo? Get stronger with AT&T, the network with the nation's strongest 4G LTE signal.
Welcome to the most social car we've ever designed. The 2015 Nissan Murano, recipient of Auto Pacific's Best in Class Vehicle Satisfaction Award. Now get great deals on the Nissan Murano.
ESPN College Football, brought to you by Nissan, premier partner of the Heisman Trophy, and Cialis.
It's November, it's DeKalb, and that's what flags look like frequently. And it's been that way all night. Temperature in the mid-40s. We have been here when it's been snowing, and snow has actually blown into our broadcast booth. So for us, this is almost a day at the beach. Welcome to action on a Wednesday night. You better believe it. Paul Carcaterra now holding back his tongue on those thoughts as he's out there on the sidelines. We've got a big game and a close game.
Could be snowing, Paul, just so you know. In fact, they are expecting snow up to 3 inches on Friday this week here.
Not where we're going, though, for the weekend, so we lucked out on that one. Short kick handled by Argyros Turner. Great kick returner also Turner. And Western Michigan is waiting for him at around the 29-yard line. That's where Ryan Graham and his offense will finally get on the field. It's been a while as Western Michigan has dominated time of possession, but it's still NIU leading by 1.
Bills Patriots at 8:15 Monday on ESPN.
Welcome to the most social car we've ever designed. The 2015 Nissan Murano, recipient of Auto Pacific's Best in Class Vehicle Satisfaction Award. Now get great deals on the Nissan Murano.
This New Year's Eve will be so awesome.
awesome. The stars have all aligned. So match your jerseys and cummerbunds, 'cause now it's playoff time. Yes, New Year's Eve will be so awesome, watching college football through confetti. Missing out is not an option, so plan accordingly.
These hands are made to work, so I don't waste time trying to get the grease off. I count on the Craftsman brand and their Mach Series tools to help me get the job done quickly. This Mach Series 53-piece set keeps me moving. Fast drive technology. An extendable reversible helix shaft delivers continuous rotation at 1.5 rotations per stroke. So I can roll through bolt after bolt. You get it today for 50% off, now only $49.99. And then there's the Mach Series 3/8 T-handle driver. An aluminum free-spinning collar can adjust quickly to help me drive in any screw. You got a really stubborn one? Use the strong square drive to break it loose. Good luck trying that with an ordinary screwdriver. And good luck finding a better deal on the T-handle drive. You get it now for 50% off at just $24.99. And Craftsman hand tools are protected by a lifetime full warranty. This holiday season, put Craftsman tools at the top of your wish list.
So at stake tonight in the Western Division, while Toledo rests up after their win over Bowling Green last night, the winner of this game controls their destiny for the MAC West and a date in Detroit with Bowling Green in December. The winner of this game, all you have to do is win the next one, and they win. Otherwise, it gets a little complicated. But Toledo did themselves a huge solid last night with that win that kept their hopes alive for the West. They're kind of rooting for West, not kind of, they are rooting for Western Michigan tonight as they go jet sweep with Argyros Turner, and he is going to be knocked down hard at around the 35, 36-yard line by Grant DePalma. I think, Ray, I know you respect this effort because DePalma is far from healthy.
Yeah, with the groin issue, that makes it so hard to change direction. That's where it can really affect you, but I haven't seen it slow him down tonight.
Now Western goes to Joel Buono, and Buono breaks through, and he'll be tackled around midfield by Asante Brown. I'll tell you something else that's been nice about this game. Very few penalties tonight.
And they pulled the center, Andrew Ness, to get out in front of this thing, along with the backside tackle, Howard. And those guys paved the way for a nice pickup.
Just 4 penalties that have been counted total. This play loses 2 yards. And back into Northern Illinois territory as Nathan Braister comes up with a big stop for WMU and their coordinator, Ed Pinckney. And Ed is very big on that 100-yard rushing mark. And when it goes under 100, Western just about wins every time. When it goes over by an individual, they don't win.
A lot of teams could say that.
That pass in the turf. 3rd and 12 coming up.
Another low snap, and that just disrupts things from the beginning for a quarterback. Your feet get off their mark. You're not set on the spot, and you have to rush the throw because you're behind. And that led to Graham throwing that one in the dirt.
Time over the middle, caught, and that'll be a first down. Great awareness that time by Kenny Galladay. He knew where the sticks were, and it's a first down.
And in the coverage man, Darius Phillips expected the route to break across the middle, and he overran it. And Galladay just turned it around, and Graham threw the fastball.
This is Buono heading to the right side. He puts his foot down. He'll get a first down again. And there's a flag coming in around the 21-yard line. And wait a minute, the official, though, now throws it down at the 35. So I got to think this isn't a face mask. This play may be coming back.
Could be clipping on Desroy.
Number 7, 10-yard penalty, first down.
They hit him with a hold.
Yeah, I saw him on the play. His man kind of got away from him. He latched on briefly and then pushed him in the back to finish it up. And Rod Carey doesn't agree necessarily with that call.
Well, the interesting thing to me is that flag came at the 21-yard line initially. The official who threw it from the 20, and he couldn't get it all the way out to the 35, so he picked it up and walked it there. So Rod Carey may be disputing that official's vision.
That's what they generally do dispute on some level.
So wipe out the game by Buono, 1st and 20. Going to take a shot for BB. Incomplete. And he was extremely well covered again by Darius Phillips, who's been very solid tonight at corner for the Broncos.
That was a post-snap decision by Graham to throw the football. The offensive line was block and run the whole way, and they call that a tag, where you tag the run play with a pass, and the quarterback makes the decision after watching the defense after the snap. And boy, that can really sting a defense.
They've taken 6 deep shots. They've completed 1 for a touchdown, had 1 picked. Going to take a 7th deep shot. 3rd down and 20 coming up. That time they sent both Turner and Galladay out.
And the pass ended up somewhere in between the two of them. And Darius Phillips did a nice job covering Galladay, because that's not an easy thing to do. And Graham for the night is 7 of 18 for 77 yards. And this wind is definitely affecting the way the quarterbacks are throwing the football.
He has it at his back, but still that's going to affect you. 3rd and 20. Interesting to see what they do again. Looking deep, being chased. He's just going to go to the sidelines and try not to get belted, and he did get belted. He got back 9 out to the 39-yard line. Now it's 4th down and 11 here. We have seen him pooch kick several times.
Yes, and that's always a possibility as they bring in the tight end, again, Maxwell, to protect that edge. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did pooch kick it again, although in this field position, you might want to take a shot.
There's the pooch. Fouled it off.
Yeah, he did. Not pretty.
No, that one's going to go out of bounds. Let's see with the official. This is always fun. At the 28-yard line. So that's about a 13-yard pooch kick. Well, these teams met last year in Kalamazoo. Western Michigan was the big surprise in college football last year. And they started off the game extremely well. Jarvion Franklin here goes up the middle for a 2-yard touchdown run. WMU led 16-7 after that and led by 11 at the half. But Akeem Daniels comes back for Northern Illinois. He'll cut the lead to 4 with this 21-yard touchdown run. And then Drew Hare, as the snow falls in Kalamazoo, puts Northern Illinois up by 3 and then by 10. And NIU scored the last 24 to win that one by 10 and continue their magic in November. They have won 21 straight, and they have dominated the series recently. There's a beautiful touch pass to Davis. Davis 40, 30, 20. There's an extra gear in that man's game. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
It's always just a matter of time before Corey Davis will go out the other end. And he got just behind the linebacker, and it was a perfect throw over the top, and it took so long the safeties were out of the picture. He got behind Folliard, and Terrell saw it, laid it out there, and it was off to the races.
His 30th career touchdown catch, Ray. That puts him underneath only 2 other players active. Corey Coleman at Baylor, who's got 33, and Rashad Higgins 31 with Colorado State. Thank you to numbers man Paul Newman for that. And Davis now 5 straight games with at least 100 yards receiving. And for the first time since early in the game, Western Michigan has taken the lead. Flag down on this PAT attempt.
Generally, that's offsides. That's the call. Take a look at this again, and you'll see Davis will show up and get right behind the linebacker, and the safety in Mays ends up turned outside.
Defense number 1. The penalties decline. The result of the play is a successful PAT.
You saw Mays show up late in that replay, but he committed to the outside route by Kendrick Roberts, and that opened up the middle late, and that's where Corey Davis took advantage.
Yeah, I thought for a second I might be able to catch him.
Yeah, right.
No way. After about the 30-yard line, it was pretty obvious that he had the edge and he was actually pulling away.
Started long striding right about then.
So let me ask you, while we have a second looking at Davis, and there's Braverman right with him. Are we looking at 2 NFL players right there?
Without a doubt in the Corey Davis department. I think Braverman He doesn't have the measurables that the NFL likes, but yet you see guys similar build and style of play every Sunday afternoon. We've mentioned a few of them.
Yep.
So I think he's definitely got an opportunity.
Yeah, Davis seems to be a lock, barring anything untoward happy to him. And now they're going to go for two. They're taking the point off the board.
I don't like it.
And they bring Flacco back out to do it. And he'll run it. And he won't get there.
I don't like going for two until the fourth quarter to win, because you end up, those points, every single point matters. And a 6-point lead is better than a 5-point lead. You just want to get your points when you can get them, and then go for two to win or tie late.
Well, they go behind the big tight end, but everybody else in Northern Illinois was able to get there defensively. Boomer Mays, 45, yet another tackle.
And there was no question about what was going to happen in terms of the fact that Flacco was going to run the football. Now, maybe that would have been the time to pass it.
You know, you looked at their replay one more time. It's easy for me to second guess, but if Flacco just plays to the left of that tight end block, he's in.
I'm sure that'll be pointed out to him in film study, but I didn't like it from the get-go.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I do not think
you took a point off
hard.
the board there. You took a point off the board.
I don't like it even when teams, they're down two and it's early in the fourth quarter and they go for it. The math doesn't work for me.
So we're at 19-14, Western Michigan with $1:57 remaining in this third quarter. Northern Illinois had a 14-10 lead. Short kick. Turner can't find the handle, and that's going to be all for him. The flag coming in at the 11-yard line. Now, this will be an interesting call. Could be a face mask here, because Turner was pretty much by himself, except being surrounded by Broncos.
During the return, illegal block in the back.
Oh.
Return team, number 11. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Another call going against Northern Illinois that I'm sure Rod Carey is going to be way less than pleased with. Juwan Brescison hit with that one.
And those are, to me, I guess the most not smart plays in football. There's no reason ever to clip anybody. Right at the 20-yard line, you see it late there, and that was a little ticky-tack.
That was marginal. I agree.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's a very light contact.
Here you see it right. Well, that's actually a better view. I'm going to change. I'm going to apologize to officials everywhere.
You can apologize for both of us.
Consider it done.
So run up the middle, goes outside the 10-yard line. Now Northern Illinois is not going to change their approach. They're only down by a score, and now a touchdown puts them in the lead. Grant DePalma with yet another stop. 2nd and 5.
Guanyo has been pretty steady throughout the night, but he hasn't really busted out a big run, which he will do before it's over generally.
Not this one, though, and if he does, it's the greatest run of all time. As Nathan Braister was in there. A lot of help in the white and brown with those flashy gold helmets.
Yeah, a lot of gold helmets on that pile. This defense of Ed Pinkham is flying around and getting to the ball here right now.
3rd down and 4. And we're at 1 minute right now. Empty backfield set. Graham guns it, caught Brescison, and he'll drag the defender to the 20 and get a big first down for the Huskies. Beal on the coverage.
That was a really good throw because he threw it a little late. Graham saw it open, and he had to throw a fastball, and he stuck it right between the wands of Brescason's jersey.
Low snap, handled well by Graham. Guanyo brought down after a gain of about the 25-yard line. It was Jarrell McKinney that time, the senior from Detroit, in there on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 7. Clock now under 30 seconds. A lot of motion that time. Western not fooled at all. Flag coming way in here.
Yeah, I think Brescison is going to get another clipping call.
Field judge tossed that thing 20 yards.
He hit Austin Lewis right in the back. However, there was a kick by one of the Bronco defenders too that he missed the tackle and kicked the leg out. So That's another thing they could be discussing.
This is a long discussion for the typical penalty.
Yeah, this is a major powwow.
There is no foul for a block in the back. Third down.
Okay, they picked it up.
I'd like an explanation, but I guess there is not going to be one.
You know, that would help when they pick up a flag, other than just to give you that flat sentence. I know they also want to keep the game moving.
Sure.
But that would be nice. Graham, quick throw, long throw. Did he hang on to that? Wow. Galladay, what a catch that was.
That was pretty special. I don't know if Galladay had his feet down. It looked like it. It was called that way. As I look at it, you can be the judge.
And this will end the quarter. We'll get plenty of time.
That's the end of the third quarter. Timeout on the field.
So here we go. Western Michigan leading after the third, winning after the third quarter this year. They haven't lost. They're up by 5 now.
You could be the best in your house.
And then you're blocked.
And then you're safe.
You can own this court.
And then raise these banners.
Then get all the love.
You could be the best in this house.
You could be faster than the fastest. Then faster than that.
You can carry on a legacy.
You could kiss this cop.
Then add a couple of these. And be the champion, the one Queen wrote the song about.
You could be the best of all time. The one even I can't deny.
And then make everyone want to be like you.
And you can stop there, but you won't, because you're not done yet.
For the athletes moving the game forward, Gatorade's creating the fuel to do the same. Fueling today, fueling the future.
Gentlemen, a smart look comes at a smart price. At our pre-Thanksgiving sale, save up to 60% on a huge selection of suits, sport coats, sweaters, and more. Plus, take an extra 20% off any purchase of $100 or more. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
Go, 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 go!
Go, 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 go!
You're there every step of the way.
Go, 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 go!
Help them go further with the protection of life insurance from New York Life. Get started today.
Welcome to the most social car we've ever designed. The 2015 Nissan Murano, recipient of Auto Pacific's Best in Class Vehicle Satisfaction Award. Now get great deals on the Nissan Murano.
There's no one else in the world like you. So I wanted you to have the ring to match.
At Jared, we only sell one piece of jewelry, the engagement ring you had designed just for her. And it's waiting for you at Jared. This weekend at Jared, create your own one-of-a-kind ring and receive Get Set in Diamonds rewards. Up to $1,000 toward a beautiful setting when you buy your diamond at Jared. The one ring that's unlike any other is waiting for you. This weekend only at Jared.
Ask any college football fan where the best seats in the house are, and they'll tell you. It's the student section. It's a raucous and unique atmosphere typically reserved for the regular season. Now, Taco Bell is giving the biggest games back to the biggest fans, the students. The college football playoff and Taco Bell are creating student sections at the semifinals and national championship game. Want to get your hands on one of these coveted tickets to the season's biggest games? Go to livemosstudentsection.com to find out how.
Spurs Pelicans at 8, Bulls Warriors at 10:30. Friday on ESPN.
Northern Illinois is riding an unbelievable streak of November wins. Better than Ohio State, better than Louisville. 21 consecutive. It was the Chips that got them. November 27th of 2009. And that's just a sidebar for what's at stake here, because Northern Illinois has got to win this game to have any chance of winning the MAC West and getting another shot at Bowling Green.
Yeah, because the Chips got him again this year up in Mount Pleasant.
Yep, and that's Jordan Huff on the carry. He popped an 87-yarder earlier today. That one's going to go for 4, and it'll be 2nd down and 6. Just to let you know, we took several looks at that catch by Galladay, and it was close whether the ball was, he had lost control of the football, but the replay officials never even called down to the referee, and we ultimately decided that that call should stand and did.
Yeah, we had to dispute ourselves.
Turner lets loose on the jet sweep here, and he'll be knocked out of bounds by Asante Brown. That's a 1st down to the 49-yard line.
And the reason for the success was the timing of this play. Watch, he's going to be full speed when he takes the football from the quarterback. That's how you get the edge quickly and beat the defense in that race.
Yeah, they come back with Huff, and they're using speed here on this drive now. And it's a solid 4-yard, maybe even a 5-yard pickup. 2nd down and 5 coming up here for NIU, and we have a Western player shaken up.
Speed and tempo.
And that is Ken Finley, number 91, and the athletic training staff comes out to take a look at him. Saturday, we've got college football presented by Kay Jewelers with a big Big Ten doubleheader. At noon Eastern, it's Jim Harbaugh's 12th-ranked Maize and Blue and Happy Valley to take on Christian Hackenberg and Penn State, Carl Nassib and Penn State. Then at 3:30, it's number 9 Michigan State taking on the 3rd-ranked undefeated Buckeyes in Columbus. Both games are also streaming live on Watch ESPN. And who do you like in this matchup? I mean, who do you think might pop out of here with a W?
Boy, that's going to be a tough deal to try to, as you look at it, though, Michigan State's been playing a little better on defense. And that's going to be, to me, where this game will hinge. Can the Spartans stop the Buckeye offense? I think that Michigan State can score enough on them, although that Ohio State defense is one of the best in the country. But it's all about that Spartan defense in this one.
Well, that'll be on, and we're going to enjoy it. We're going to be a little busy ourselves at the same time, though, watching the number 1 team in the country, Clemson, taking on Wake Forest. There's a former MAC head coach there, now at Wake. Dave Clawson, who was at Bowling Green before Dino Babers took over.
That's a long trek for a big fella.
Yeah, he's not feeling great right now either. So it looks more like 6 yards here on 2nd down. They go with that jet sweep motion with Turner. They come back to the way with Huff. He breaks 1 tackle. Huff gets free. And he got dragged down to the 25-yard line by the face mask. This is going to be a big penalty on Western Michigan's Asante Brown.
And they catch Western Michigan in a crossfire. Both inside linebackers are going to blitz on this, and then sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad if it doesn't fit up with the run play. That time it was bad for Western Michigan.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 6. Half distance field goal, automatic 1st down. The running back does not need to leave the game for 1 play. His helmet was off due to foul.
But he did. he did run off the field.
And Caleb, the linebacker, Caleb Bailey, had a free run into the hole, and he got overextended again. And that's one of the issues when you are blitzing in terms of how do you make a play in the hole. You got to come under control to be able to make that hit.
Who's got it? Wanyo's got it, and Western's got him. Maybe a yard, as he was smothered by several of the Bronco defenders, led by Justin Lewis. And we mentioned 100-yard rushers in P.J. Fleck's tenure. This is 3rd season at WMU. When an opponent has a 100-yard rusher, they don't win. And Huff is now over 100.
He got 87 on that 1 tote.
Yeah, and 5 for 117. Handling the low snap. Wanyo gets through, and he'll be in. Touchdown, NIU. What great blocking.
Well, it was a great cut is what it was. The vision of Wanyo, and then making the cut when he gets to the heels of the offensive line. Watch this off to the left of the screen. This thing opens up, and he sees it. And it was just a hesitation by the fill of the safety. And that's Atkins, who is not used to playing the run in the box and you know, that close to the line, and he didn't really believe what he saw and get up in there and get up in that hole. And he waited just a little too long, and that allowed Buono to catch it and get it.
Andrew Ness will get a pancake block, the center from NIU with that one, and I don't see a kicker coming out here, so they're going for two. Trying to make it a 3-point lead.
I just think this is...
But here you're going to land on 3 if you get it.
I don't like it. Okay. These points matter. You kick your field goals until at least under 5 minutes left. Right, not field goals, extra points.
And Western Michigan tried for 2 after having a single point taken off. This is for 2, and it's not going to work. So neither team has hit a 2-point conversion. If they had gone the conventional route, it'd be 21-20 NIU. It's 20-19 NIU. Rod Carey pumping up his team, and it's been a fun evening so far in DeKalb, but it's only going to get better from here.
We sent 2 women into a real guy's night out to see if they could find a guy who uses Just for Men. It's me.
No way.
Just for Men gives you a natural gray-free look. Just lather in just 5 minutes. Great-looking hair made easy. Just for Men.
Intel's best processor is here, so you can take this very real, very terrifying memory and edit it, share it, play it back in 4K quality.
Introducing Intel's new 6th generation core processor. It's our best processor ever.
Other wireless carriers make families share data. Some way to say happy holidays. Switch to T-Mobile now and get 4 lines with up to 6 gigs each. And no sharing, just $30 a line. That's 6 gigs each, plus unlimited streaming with Binge On. Stream Netflix, HBO Now, Hulu, and many more without using data. Get 6 gigs each, just $30 a line, plus free video streaming. Ditch your data worries with T-Mobile.
Getting ready. It's a challenge, but there's always a smart solution, like Philips Norelco shavers. 72 rotating blades, 151,000 cuts a minute to catch even the last hair standing, so you can be your best you. Innovation in you. Philips Norelco. Save up to $50 on Philips Norelco.
Can we please stop with the lectures on smoking already? I've heard it all, and I want to stop. But cold turkey doesn't sound that hot unless it's between 2 slices of bread. Can't we take this 1 cigarette at a time? Because 1 less cigarette feels pretty big to me. That's how Zonic helps me quit.
With Zonic nicotine gum, every cigarette you don't smoke is a victory. 3 great flavors, $3.99 or less wherever cigarettes are sold. Zonic, every victory counts.
We sent 2 women into a real guy's night out to see if they could find a guy who uses Just for Men. It's me.
No way.
Just for Men gives you a natural gray-free look. Just lather in just 5 minutes. Great-looking hair made easy. Just for Men.
ESPN, home of the college football playoff.
Joel Buono, 18 touchdown runs on the year. He came in with 17, nationally ranked number 2 in the nation. And that one beautifully done, as Ray mentioned, his great vision, also great blocking, and the Huskies retake the lead at 20-19. Quick answer by NIU.
Well, they had 93 yards on that drive, Dave, as the ball falls off the tee. The previous 4 possessions, they had 57 total yards. So they kind of cranked it up when they needed it into the 4th quarter here.
Ball fell off the tee. Ball fell off the tee, part 2. So now we got to hold it.
Time to bring Lucy on.
Well, Lucy in this case is Clayton Glasper, and if he pulls a Lucy, see that nice locker room over there to the left? That's where he's going to wind up. But again, you're kicking the Darius Phillips, and you're kicking into a stiff breeze. Phillips is good for Western Michigan as a return man. Will he even get a chance here? He's got to come a long way. This is way short, and it's not handled well. It's a loose football.
It's Huskies ball.
It is Huskies ball. Let's get the official confirmation. It looks like Alex Schwab fell on it. And it is Huskies ball.
He Schwabbed the deck, picked it right up. That is a tough ball to catch in the wind, coming forward, and if you don't pay extra special attention and make that play, this is what happens. And that's Fabian Johnson, a running back who was the short man trying to make that play. It went through the hands and off the knee and into Schwabe.
That just hung up there, I should say, and hung up and hung up. Phillips was never going to get there, not even with a scooter could he get there. So a huge break for NIU. Handoff, Buonio flipped right at the line of scrimmage as we check in with Paul.
Dave, in the first half, the wind was going right to left on your screen. Now it's starting to swirl. In the second half, I'm seeing that Ryan Graham's having trouble with his ball, throwing it, and on that kick, field level, you could see that it kind of changed trajectory.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean, I'm sure they practice short kickoffs. Western Michigan's got good special teams, and that one just was hard to handle. Graham's going to keep it. Gets away nicely, and he'll get to the 25-yard line. Flag is down at the 30-yard line. So let's see if this is going to be 3rd and 5 or 2nd and longer, or maybe a first down.
Holding offense, number 70, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
And I saw that live as Ruka gets called for it, but I hope it shows up in this. The right guard, number 70, you see him, he gets a hold of the shoulder pad, but the hand is inside, but he never let go. So that is a good call.
Umpire right there, very casually flipping the flag. So it's back to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 20. 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Turner, Beebe, and Breskison, and one-on-one with Galladay at the bottom.
Yeah, with the safety leaning that direction, he's going to be over the top of it.
Looking left all the way. Long throw. Diving catch made at the 28-yard line by Turner.
That was a really good throw, just cutting through the wind and just clearing the outstretched arms of the linebacker who had the underneath zone there. That's a big-time throw from Ryan Graham.
3rd down and 8.
And Paul was just talking about his struggles with it. Well, he figured that one out right there.
Now they go single at the top and 3 at the bottom of your screen. And Turner takes off in the jet sweep motion. They fake it to him. Graham on the run. Tipped. No! Breskison can't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Phillips got a hand on it.
Now, as good as that last throw was by Graham, that one was horrible.
There's a flag down.
Yeah, it came in pretty late, over by where the play ended.
PJ Fleck is pleading his case. Not sure. I didn't see anything at first glance that looked out of the ordinary.
He's saying that it was tipped, if I'm reading lips properly.
Well, it was. If they're going to call interference, it better have come well before
the tip was really late, however.
Right. So there's a possibility this happened before the
could have been a push-off prior to it. That's possibly what this discussion is all about.
It was a huge call. This is either 4th and 8, or it could be a first down for Northern Illinois.
Hey, go ahead. There is no foul on the play. The action was deemed to be legal. After the play, sideline warning, Western Michigan. That is their first sideline warning of the game.
And that was probably on PJ Fleck, but he'll take it.
Yeah, it was worth a warning to get that thing picked up, and we'll see if we can see what the issue was. There is the tip, and then the kind of bat the ball around. And there. That's what the call was about, Asante Brown. And I think the reason the flag was picked up was he was running towards the football, and in the official's judgment, didn't see the guy.
Field goal's blocked by Western Michigan. Christian Hagan had made his last 6 and 9 of his last 10. The Broncos stuffed this one. With 11:43 to go, they will take over. Let's take a look and see if we can. Who blocked it for the Broncos?
Good pressure up the middle. Big hand up.
On
November 21st. The world will be watching. Corona Extra presents Cotto versus Canelo. For glory. For the people. For the middleweight championship of the world. Throw the biggest party of the year with Corona Extra. Cotto versus Canelo. Saturday, November 21st. Live on pay-per-view.
Thank you for calling Dish. This is Jill.
Hi, I'm Joe, and I heard I can lock in my price if I switch to Dish.
Yep, it's just $49.99 every month for 2 years. And you get 190 channels.
So my price won't go up? How do you do that?
How do we do it?
Dish is how we do
It's the Dish 2-year TV price lock. $49.99 every month for 2 years. You get Netflix or NFL Red Zone from NFL Network included for 1 year.
Oh, yeah. Lock me in, Jill.
Call 1-800-DISH-LOCK or visit dish.com.
AT&T presents the strongest of the strong.
Let's see who can build the strongest college football app. Rocket?
Right, so I built a college football emoji keyboard that helps fans talk to each other during the game.
Strong. Emmett?
Potato skins. You said make an app. Is that not right? I made pot stickers that look like tiny football helmets.
Who's strong enough to watch the college football playoff with Bo? Get stronger with AT&T, the network with the nation's strongest 4G LTE signal.
In 1919, my ancestor Marcel Tolkowski invented the ideal cut diamond, unlocking the true beauty of the diamond. For over 90 years, we have continued to perfect this diamond.
Now Kay Jewelers brings you Tolkowski Ideal Cut Diamonds from the family that...
ESPN College Football, brought to you by Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Sandwiches.
Take another look at this block kick, and it's a critical play, and it was made by Brayster, number 53, and we'll look at it again after this play, but Nathan Brayster got his hand up and blocked that kick for Western Michigan.
And the Broncos take over the 28-yard line with Fabian Johnson and Levante Bellamy, rather, number 5, the tailback, getting the football, and Bellamy will get around the edge and fall down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 7.
Take another look at that block and look at on the left side of the line for Western Michigan, number 53, the defensive tackle there, the second man up from the end. He gets a nice push, and then watch this right arm go up, and bam, right, you see he got it up there and knocked that thing away. Huge play.
Especially while being engaged like he was. That was a tremendous effort.
Yeah, the key to it was getting that push to get a little penetration.
Whoa, nothing there for Bogan. Boy, the middle of the NIU defense rose up, forcing 3rd down and 3 here. Now let me ask you, let's go back. We have a moment to second guess, if you'd like. 4th and 8, going into the win and a 45-yard field goal when teams have been going for it on 4th down rather frequently tonight. Do you like the decision?
I don't hate it. Okay. I don't like the result if I'm Northern Illinois. How about that?
But you are ahead by 1.
Yeah, I don't think it hurts to kick a field goal there. It hurts to get one blocked, though.
But the conditions are not. You've heard Paul mention swirling winds. I mean, it's tough to do 45 yards in these conditions right now.
Well, his kicker's got a good leg. He's made a 52-yarder.
This pops open beautifully for Western Michigan. And a little bump out of bounds at the 48-yard line on Jamari Bogan. He was chased by Marlon Moore. Big block by John Kenoy, the center. And a 1st down, Broncos at the 48 for NIU.
That was, pulling that guard around and making the play. Actually, I take it back. It's the center who pulled, and he's done that a lot, has John Kenoy, and done a great job of it.
He's a freshman, by the way.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's so many freshman centers I've seen this year.
There's the shoulder shake, indicating a possible deep shot. And Terrell now, this could be an intentional grounding call.
He had to get outside the tackle box.
I don't think he did. I really don't.
Because he did get it to the line of scrimmage and beyond. There was no receiver in the area. If he was not outside the tackle box, they will drop a flag here.
There was definitely no one in the area in white.
All right, so the tackle box is about the bottom of the paint on the field.
Flag has come out.
And I disagree because we just saw the mark.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 11. The ball we placed at the spot of the foul. loss of down, second down.
Pressure being put on there by Cameron Clinton Earl, number 54. And you can see the replay indicating there's nobody from the Broncos in there. So now it's a loss of down.
And it's a spot foul, too.
Yep.
So
back to the 44. 2nd and 18. The initial look was that they wanted to go deep, and they just couldn't get a receiver open.
He had Corey Davis wide open, too.
Into traffic. What a risky throw, and Mays rejected it. 3rd down and 18.
Let's go back and take a look at that grounding play and watch how wide open Corey Davis was with a sluggo move, a slant and a go. And had Terrell been able to see that, boy, it looked to me like he had a chance to make money.
They may have to go with that here on 3rd down and 18. Johnson comes in as a tailback. Let's see if Northern Illinois brings the heat or they play coverage.
Looks like they got the 3-man rush coming. We'll see if they do more than that.
Folliard backed out, so they a low snap. Terrell steps away from the pressure. Flag is down. Terrell is going to get into NIU territory and take a little bit of a beating at the same time. Folliard and Mays got him.
Usually you get holding in that type of deal.
And I think you're going to have to accept this penalty.
Willie Beavers threw an arm bar.
Offense, number 70, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Watch the left tackle on this one. Willie Beavers is going to do his pass set and throw the arm bar across in front of the rusher.
The referee misspoke, by the way. It is 3rd down.
That's Mario Jones working the edge, and there's no question that's a hold.
Western now back at their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, they were 1st and 10 at the 48 of Northern Illinois, and they got it in reverse right now.
2 big penalties, an intentional ground and a hold. Now there's still plenty of time in this quarter. 9:36.
Willie Beaver is going to play in the Senior Bowl and another
East-West Shrine.
Right. He's got that kind of reputation and recognition, and well-deserved. He's going to have a chance to let the scouts have a real good look at him. Another low snap.
Ford coming in. Ford chasing. Here's your deep shot for Davis. It's up for grabs, and Davis knocks it away. Davis broke up the interception from Albert Smalls.
And there was pressure on Terrell that really forced this ball to go up there like a wounded duck.
Davis came out of there a little limpy, and he and Smalls exchanging a few words about 30 yards apart.
And then you got a post with a go here, and Terrell threw it out of desperation and got whacked pretty good for his efforts. And that's what disrupted the flight of the ball.
Perez Ford has already picked up another sack. Schroeder likes to rugby kick. Let's see what kind of roll he gets on this. BB's going to watch this pop over his head, and Northern Illinois is going to hate this field position.
That's when the old rugby-style kick works to perfection.
20-19, Northern Illinois, 9:08 to go. The winner of this game controls their destiny for the MAC West Championship and a shot at Bowling Green in Detroit in December.
TCU.
Best off-road lineup during the Polaris Holiday Sales Event.
After tonight's NBA doubleheader, stick around for SportsCenter at night. We've got you covered with all the highlights from the association and the NHL. A look ahead at Week 11 in the National Football League. SportsCenter at night after Bulls Suns tonight on ESPN and streaming live on Watch ESPN.
Got to be careful down here in this area of the field. Northern Illinois, if Western gets a safety, they take the lead here.
Jordan Huff is the tailback. He has an 87-yard runner. They need to stop playing Sweet Caroline here because we're getting ready to go back to football.
On cue.
Look at this. Look at Huff here. I don't know if he's going to get the angle. He won't. He's going to be dragged out of bounds, but another huge run for Huff. Brown got him. But a first down NIU, and they get out of the shadow of their own end zone.
Might have been a face mask at the end of that, too, that they got away with. But here's the deal. It's a cutback, and another great job of using the vision. And Max Sharping, the right tackle, or excuse me, right guard, did an outstanding job of knocking his man 3 yards off the ball.
Up again. And this time he is wrapped up quickly by Caleb Bailey. No gain. Second down and 10 coming up.
They did not block the back side edge, which is where Bailey was playing. And unless that play hits quickly to the front side, that backside guy on block's going to make that play every time.
Joel Buonio, 28. Picked up his 18th touchdown of the season earlier tonight. They fake the jet sweep, looking for the deep shot up the middle of the field. Open, it's Galladay! Inside the 15 to the 10. Touchdown, Northern Illinois!
Great play call on this one. They've been running that jet sweep or handing off with the jet screen in front of it. Galladay just blows right past the safety, Asante Brown, who had his eyes in the backfield, cheating for the run. And at that point, he probably would have been better off just grabbing a hold of Galladay and taking that holding penalty, but I don't think he could get him. Galladay was running too fast.
You'll be happy to see they're going for one here.
I'd have gone for two. No, I'm just kidding.
Of course you would have. You could have built an argument for it, actually.
I can
Three
bet
plays,
about anything.
97 yards, 53 seconds. Over 1/3 of Northern Illinois scoring drives have been 5 plays or less this season, as they now take an 8-point lead, but we still have 8:15 to go.
How about that, flipping the table? I was over here talking about the potential of a safety. Next thing you know, they go 97 the other way.
Now, that's a legitimate concern, though, no question about it. And as Bowling Green sits back, knowing they've already won another East championship, they're trying to figure out who they're going to be playing, and it could be Toledo, who gave them a good beating last night. Or it could be one of these two teams, NIU or WMU. The winner of this game controls their destiny. Next up for Northern Illinois, a home game against Ohio. Next up for Western Michigan, a trip to Toledo. And Ohio's starting to come back. They're bowl eligible, as is Bowling Green, of course, Toledo, Northern Illinois, and Western Michigan.
Now, Frank Solich will have his team ready to play. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
Watch out here. Here's another short kickoff. This is really what changed the game, and this one goes out of bounds. And that'll be a penalty and good field position for Western Michigan. It's an anticlimactic moment in the game there.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team number 34. The ball is placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
Western Michigan with 8:15 left on the clock. I don't think they have to get desperate and just have Terrell throw the football all over the yard. The run is still in the mix because it's just a one-possession ball game with the 8-point differentiation.
You see Terrell numbers, 269, 2 TD and a pick. Western Michigan's run for 142 yards, but Northern Illinois' run for 285 tonight.
That's getting it done.
Low snap. Going to go Bellamy, and he is ridden out of bounds. Maybe a 1-yard pickup. We do have a flag down to the 33. Let's check in with Paul Carcaterra.
You check the flag first.
Yeah, hang on here, Paul.
Offense, number 52. 10-yard penalty, first down.
All right, put Paul's face back up on the screen.
Well, Dave, Western Michigan continuing to try to find ways to find number 84, Corey Davis, the ball. I mean, this kid is an absolute burner, a stud. You saw him in that third quarter open it up. P.J. Fleck, you guys talked about his pro prospect. P.J. Fleck coached the wide receivers at Tampa Bay. He feels that Corey Davis is a top 10 wide receiver in the country right now, could be a number 3 in the NFL right now.
Well, I'm not going to argue.
Nor am I. I've seen too much of him.
After the penalty, Terrell steps into the pocket, has a little room for himself, Finds Braverman, who got behind the linebacker. That's a bit of a mismatch. And Braverman's out of bounds at the 48 and a first down.
And they've been able to find Braverman on these crossing routes throughout the evening, and he goes a long way. He starts all the way on the left side of your screen, and he's going to get outside the numbers here before he gets the football. That's just sticking with your route, keep working for your quarterback, and eventually something good will happen, and it did there.
98th catch for Braverman on the season, 8 tonight. And a great job that time. Short gain for Bellamy. Tackle by William Lee, number 90.
Sharon had a chance to get him in the backfield and whiffed on it, and I give a lot of that credit to Bellamy. He will make you miss. This Western Michigan team has a wealth of tailbacks, guys that can really do a great job running the football.
This for Western Michigan would be a very important victory for them. It would end a 6-year losing streak in Northern Illinois. It would really signal a major victory for a program that's definitely on the rise, but is stuck at 6 wins at the moment. Terrell under pressure. That's the man to find right there to the 35-yard line on the carry. And a good job by Terrell to find Roberts for another catch.
No question. He was looking all over everywhere else on the field, but he knows where his check down is. And so when he did glance there at the last second in the process of throwing it, it was right there, right on time. And Terrell's played very well tonight. I haven't seen the occasional stretch where he can't hit the broadside of the barn, so to speak.
Bellamy, he took a shot from Schren and Folliard. Gain of 3, second down and 7 coming up. I want to look ahead a little bit. Let's say Western gets a touchdown here. Do you go for 2 to tie, or do you get the 1 and hope your defense holds?
Depends on the clock. I mean, we just went under 6 minutes. If we're under 5 minutes, then I say that would be a time to go for 2.
Bogan, the tailback, number 32. He stays in the block, under pressure. Terrell throws, long throw. Braverman diving grab.
He's so good at late. You know, he's got great ground and pound game. He gets his hands underneath these things and dives, lays out, and comes up with spectacular catches that you know, you got to look twice. No way he caught that ball.
Did he catch the
I
ball?
think he did, absolutely.
Well,
it hit the ground. There's no question about that, but it was clearly in his hands before it did, and it looked to me it didn't move.
On the previous play was completed pass. That ruling is under further review.
What a beautiful throw that is. A great look from our crew here of that spiral to Braverman.
Well, he clearly had his hands underneath it.
The point of the ball clearly contacted the ground.
It did, but did it move? Because he had his hands on it and had control of it. But I do think the ball moved when it hit the ground when we had that other look. I think they're going to have to bring this one back.
The ruling on the field is a catch, and it would be a first down to the 21-yard line.
The standard is high. It has to be indisputable. And this look here is the one I think that's the definitive look on the play. He's got his hands on the ball, it hits the ground, and it does move. And the left hand moves and slides on the ball a little bit there. I think you gotta bring this one back. Which is a shame, because it was a great effort by Braverman to lay it out there and reel that thing in. But it could go either way. I mean, do you care to dispute that they call this incomplete?
I think you sold me on the ball moving, and I think I would expect this to be overturned.
That's what I'm going to go with, but I'd hate to have to be the guy to make that
and
call.
The longer this goes, generally means, okay, where's the ball again? Where are we going to have to take the football back and get the clock square away?
Yeah, because the chains have already been moved and advanced, and so they do have to figure out the logistics to get us back to where we need to be.
It's giving Andrew Haldeman, the place kicker, a chance to warm up as he maybe is eavesdropping on the referee. He's just a few yards away. And we're we're going to get an answer right now.
After reviewing the play, it has been determined that it was an incomplete pass. The ball will be placed at the 33-yard line, where it will be 3rd down. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 5 minutes and 34 seconds. 5:34.
And while they do that, we'll remind you where game day is going to be this week. Columbus for the Michigan State-Ohio State game, number 9, number 3 in the college football playoff rankings. Reese in the game will get you ready for that game. Another full day of football. No one else can. College Game Day, built by the Home Depot. Saturday at 9 Eastern on ESPN and streaming live on Watch ESPN. So mark it back at the 33. Now it's 3rd down and 7.
No question, it's 4 down territory. They do not have to get all of it right here, but they sure would like to. I'd send Braverman on another crossing route. That's been good all night.
But those take time. The blocking's got to be there, and that's what Johnson is in there for, number 3. Johnson goes out for the pattern. Terrell throws. There's the crossing pattern to Braverman, and he had the 1st down. He's going to get it. Initially, he went backwards just a little bit. Mays with another tackle for NIU, and you called it. Braverman's the guy.
Well, they were as close to him as they've been all night on the crossing route, but still not close enough. And I believe that was the 10th grab of the night for Braverman.
And that's 100 for the year.
Couple nice round numbers. Unbalanced to the field.
Double pass, Davis. There's nobody there. They're going the other way to Terrell. He's got it to the 25. Terrell 20, 15, Terrell 10, down to the 5. I was looking
right down the
front of Davis, and they went the other way. That's really trusting your wide receiver's arm.
Yeah, to throw it back all the way across the field, some 35, 40 yards in the air. But you can see it develop from where we're at, Dave. They not only overloaded that side with an unbalanced, then they pitch it out there quick, and that brought the entire defense that way. But it was a lateral, a backwards pass from Terrell, and then another forward pass on the way back, and it got Western inside the 5.
Under 4.5 minutes. Bogan is the tailback. Man, this could be a change of play here for Terrell. They got to hurry. They got it off. Ooh, what a hit. Boomer Mays.
They call him Boomer for a reason. Woo. Oh, baby. That's how you do it right there.
That's his 14th tackle.
And the most memorable one. He's going to be out on the edge, and he comes flying inside, and this is how you deliver the blow right here. Watch the hip roll on him. Boom. Oh, well, you know, that's the thing that delivers your power when you roll those hips.
You're getting emotional.
I know. Is that a tear running down my cheek?
It is. It's an Alice Cooper tear running down your cheek. 2nd down and goal. To the end zone. Can they? No, they're not even close. Backing him up. Folliard interrupts that play.
Folliard did a wonderful job of fighting through there and getting the penetration to knock it back for a loss.
3rd and goal, back to the 4.
And Western brings in a whole new set of players to spread the field. They brought in the receivers here.
And they did not change the quarterback. You remember they brought Flacco in a red zone situation, and it didn't work out. This time they leave Terrell out.
Here's the deal. They got Braverman in the number 3 position. Look for the 2 outside guys to go up and him to go to the flat, to the corner.
Terrell, nobody's open right now. In trouble, throws end zone. Incomplete. 4th and 4 with 2:47 to go. Anthony Brooks, number 31, breaks it up.
Interestingly, Dave, they set up that play I talked about, the pick with the inside receiver to get to the flat. Braverman started on that path and then put the brakes on and tried to run a whip route where he whipped back inside. By that time, Terrell was already on the run.
They're 1 out of 2 on 4th downs. They're down 8. They have all of their timeouts in case they want to call one and think about it, but the call is in. The 11th play of the drive.
Corey Davis at the top of your screen.
That's a long throw for a fade, though. He barely held on to the snap. Terrell looking, gunning, throwing, knocked away. Broken up by Smalls. The replacement for Paris Logan, an all-MAC conference type player, an all-MAC player, and Albert Smalls knocks it away.
And Smalls has been outstanding throughout the night. And really what disrupted this play was the poor snap. And that put Terrell behind. Now, the protection was good enough. It gave him time to search and try to find his receiver coming across. But Smalls was all over that thing, like he has been all night.
Well, when we heard that Paris Logan wasn't going to be able to go, we found out about 15 minutes before kickoff. You've gone, uh-oh, that's a problem.
Not good.
But Smalls has been great. Now, Northern Illinois has him right where they want him.
Yeah, right. They got 93 and a 97-yard touchdown drive.
And up the middle, and they're going to penetrate to the with Bonio to the 11-yard line. Western's going to have to burn a timeout. P.J. Fleck, who can still run with the best of them, is out very quickly to get the timeout. With 2:32 remaining in this critical MAC West showdown. We will step aside, catch our breaths, and hope you stick around for the finish of Wednesday night action.
When the flu hits, it's a really big deal. The aches, the chills, the fever. An even bigger deal? Everything you miss out on. Family pizza night. The big game. Or date night. Why lose out to the flu any longer than you have to? Prescription Tamiflu can help you get better 1.3 days faster. That's 30% sooner. Call your doctor right away and attack the flu virus at its source with Prescription Tamiflu. Tamiflu is FDA approved to treat the flu in people 2 weeks and older whose flu symptoms started within the last 2 days. Before taking Tamiflu, tell your doctor if you're pregnant, nursing, have serious health conditions, or take other medicines. If you develop an allergic reaction, a severe rash, or signs of unusual behavior, stop taking Tamiflu and call your doctor immediately. Children and adolescents in particular may be at an increased risk of seizures, confusion, or abnormal behavior. The most common side effects are mild to moderate nausea and vomiting. Call your doctor right away. Don't lose another moment to the flu. When there's flu, Tamiflu.
What's this? A box. It takes worn-out things and makes them better.
It's our biggest breakthrough yet. We're taking worn-out batteries and making them into something strong. Energizer Eco Advanced, world's first long-lasting battery made with 4% recycled batteries.
I got you something to keep you warm. On the inside.
At Jared, we only sell one piece of jewelry for the holidays. The one that melts her heart. And it's waiting for you. At Jared.
Gentlemen, a smart look comes at a smart price. At our pre-Thanksgiving sale, save up to 60% on a huge selection of suits, sport coats, sweaters, and more. Plus, take an extra 20% off any purchase of $100 or more. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
Look at you.
Oh, look at him.
One look can change the way you see the world.
Look at you.
Look after them with the protection of life insurance from New York Life. Get started today.
Thrilling finish coming up here. 2 minutes and 32 seconds to go. Northern Illinois, as they did last year, taking over at the end of the game when they beat Western Michigan. This time Western got frisky in the third quarter and took the lead, but Northern Illinois has come back with 13 unanswered points. 2nd down and 7. And this time Buonio is stuffed, and the Western players trying to rip the football out. It's not working. There'll be another timeout taken by the Broncos. They have one remaining, the clock at 2:25. Now, let's point out that the punter here, Jake Ambrose, I don't think I've called his name tonight.
I haven't heard it.
And he'll be punting into the wind. And also dealing with a bit of the cross breeze that Paul Carcaterra has mentioned several times. So, in the West, we've set this up for you before, but let's review it one more time. Toledo's at 6-1. They play Western Michigan next over in the Glass Bowl on November 27th. Northern Illinois beat Toledo earlier this year. They'll finish here in DeKalb at Husky Stadium on November 24th against Ohio. The winner of this game controls their destiny. If Western pulls a miracle here and wins and then beats Toledo, they'll go to Detroit. If Northern Illinois hangs on here, then beats Ohio, they're going to Detroit.
Yeah, and it's simply an elimination game. High stakes.
Well, this is a team that's won the MAC in 2011, 12, and 14. They're going for a 6th straight MAC West title. You have both Buonio and Huff as the tailbacks. Here they go to Huff, the speedster, and Western's waiting. It'll be 4th down. Timeout taken by Western Michigan. They're out of them.
And De Palma showed up when he needed to. The inside linebacker, the leader of this football team, playing injured. It makes a huge stop to force this punt coming up.
Well, that was as stout a defense as Western Michigan has played all night when they absolutely had to have it most.
They're going to end up with fairly decent field position, you would think, Dave. And plenty of time on that clock, even though all their timeouts have been spent. They still have 2 minutes and 22 seconds, and shouldn't be too much less than that when they take over with the possession.
This will be Ambrose's first punt of the night. Now let's see who comes back. Either it'll be Phillips or Braverman. Most likely it's Braverman who comes out to receive the punt. You don't go after this punt here.
No, you don't. No sense in it. You got good field position anyway. But what I might do is have two guys back to catch that punt because that wind has been tricky. We've already seen a kickoff mishandled.
Ambrose, low kick. Braverman just tells everybody to get out of the way. And Western Michigan's going to have some good field position here at around the 43-44 yard line. The clock at 2:13. Zach Terrell will have a chance to get him in the end zone and then go for two with no timeouts. Terrell's now gone over 8,000 passing yards for his career, the fifth in Western Michigan to do that.
He's got another year left, too. He's a redshirt junior.
Fort Wayne, Indiana, his hometown.
Been really good tonight. He's thrown a lot of very nice balls.
Davis one-on-one with Smalls, bottom of your screen. Terrell in trouble. Jersey down he goes. Woof! Second big hit of the night for Ben Compton.
Yeah, that was a violent throwdown from Compton.
2 points for the takedown. 2nd and 16. Terrell in trouble again, chased by Ford. Flag is down, I believe.
Yeah,
looks like we're going to get a hold on Western.
Blatant hold there by...
Terrell shaken up. I'm sorry, Ray. Terrell got shaken up after the play was over. He has to come out now because the trainers are on the field.
And Okafor, number 77, the right tackle, just gets beat. And trying to basically save his quarterback's health. Totally wrapped up the rusher.
So now Tom Flacco comes out in 3rd down and what must seem like 100.
Holding, offense, number 70, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down. There is no foul for intentional grounding. The quarterback was outside the pocket when he threw the ball.
And this was not on 70, it was on 77. The right tackle, watch him, and you'll see the rusher, Liddell Fleming, gets by him, and Okafor just wrapped him up.
And Terrell hit that turf fairly hard too. His helmet did. So now Flacco, who has not thrown a pass tonight, timeout Northern Illinois. 5 penalties on Western Michigan in this quarter,
and they've been devastating.
You know, it was interesting reading a column today. David Drew, who covers the team for MLive and Kalamazoo, saying this is a win that would be a huge win for Western Michigan, and they need this. They need to prove that for P.J. Fleck and his staff that they can win big games. In November, they had a shot at NIU last year, couldn't hold them. They had them at halftime and couldn't hang on. And this was a big opportunity, and still is. They're not out of this game yet with 1:46 to go, to really plant their flag. And, you know, all the talk of row the boat, which is mocked by opponents, but is something that Fleck deeply believes in, and his players believe in it. And a chance to really let everybody know how serious a contender they are in that West, and a shot at getting to Detroit.
Well, that's the next step for this program.
Right.
You know, they went from 2 years ago, we were here, and they got drubbed by Northern Illinois, and kind of like everyone expected. However, the talk was there's promise. There's good young classes coming up, and those guys have developed. Last year, as you mentioned, they had it right up to the last game before they got knocked out of the race. Well, here they are again with another opportunity.
And P.J. Fleck tried to talk his way into getting Zach Terrell back on the field, but that's not going to happen, said the officials. Terrell has to sit one play out. Flacco has thrown 9 passes this year. Here's his 10th. And it's incomplete and should have been intercepted by Boomer Mays. Now, we'll forgive Mays for that, considering that he might have a SportsCenter top 10 play for a tackle, but he should have had it.
There's an old saying, there's a reason guys play defense. And the obvious answer to that is they can't catch the football. And I don't know if that's the case in Boomer Mays' situation, but I do know he dropped that one.
Terrell is back out there. And they need 26.
They don't need them all on this one. It's only 3rd down.
Terrell. That is caught at the 45-yard line in the Northern Illinois territory by Kendrick Roberts. So here it is. 4th down, 11 now. Ball game right here. Western can't stop the clock. Terrell being chased. Now he has a little space to work with. On the run, lobs it into traffic, incomplete, too tall. Northern Illinois takes over. 22 straight wins in November. We're a minute and 12 away.
Terrell had a chance when he broke contain, and I think he did not see the guy he probably should have thrown it to, and Kendrick Roberts, who's coming open underneath, whereas the defense was drawn to the deeper route where Terrell threw it.
So it's a victory formation coming up.
Watch right here. You'll see number 9 coming open underneath Braverman into the picture late, right there.
Well, that was a tough throw, too. Running out of room. I don't know if he had his feet set.
No doubt.
That's just a really hard play to make. So it's a 7th straight win for Northern Illinois over Western Michigan. It sets Northern Illinois in the driver's seat in the Western Division, and they get a shot in 6 nights. If they can beat Ohio, they will be the MAC West champions, and we'll get another Bowling Green, Northern Illinois battle in the D at Ford Field.
A game I would like to see. I think those are
on. Guess what?
Yeah, I'll have
We're
that
televising
chance.
it.
Right.
Not you and I personally, but it'll be on.
Well, I think those are the 2 top teams, although Toledo looked awful tough last night.
Boy, did they ever. Don't ever count them out. And I tell you what, you get a MAC team in your bowl game, you're going to be entertained. What a ball game this was. Northern Illinois, they know how to win in November. 22 consecutive victories. They haven't lost in November since 2009 now. Bitter defeat, without question, for Western Michigan.
Well, they had their chances.
Absolutely. They had several chances and couldn't take advantage of it. Northern Illinois is the winner tonight. The final score, 27-19. For Ray Bentley, Paul Carcaterra, and our entire ESPN crew, we thank them very much. I'm Dave Lamont. Coming up next on ESPN2, SportsCenter from Bristol with Steve Levy and John Anderson. We say good night from DeKalb.
Thank you, men. Nice work by you. It is time for SportsCenter. Look at the congratulations in sportsmanship following the action where NIU continues to just dominate November. 22 straight wins by the Huskies. Haven't seen it, should. How'd you miss them? UC Irvine, Central Florida, a matchup of gigantic human beings. 7-6, Mamadou Ndiaye of the Anteaters, 7-6, Taco Fall of the Golden Knights. They are 2 of the 40 tallest people in the world. Fall got the better of Ndiaye in the first half, blocks him there. Then Ndiaye kicks the ball out of bounds. Not good for him. Later first half, Fall blocks Ndiaye. One more time. Somebody score. There we go. Get up there with 2 hands. Fall 2 points, 2 blocks in the first half. In the second half, we're tied at 47. Fall soft with the hook shot over Ndiaye. You got to get up there tall if you're going to get over him. A.J. Davison, here's the play of the game. Drives and throws down the thunder dunk over Ndiaye. Again, he's 7'6". The other fella's not, but he is not afraid. Goes right to the tin. That's a poster. If you got one of them full-length door posters, really big one. Kids have that of James Dean or maybe One Direction. Inside, there's Fall with a dunk. He had 6 points, 4 blocks. We're going to overtime. Extra basketball. Ndiaye posting up Fall. The pump fake, The hook shot, the roll. NJ finished 5 points. Big fellas. Wow, 14 seconds to go. Davis, his team down 1, drives into lane, misses the run over NJ, but Davis, the tip in. No. That's the ball out of bounds. One more chance for the Central Florida Knights. Davis to Adonis Henriquez, who misses the 3 at the buzzer. UC Irvine hangs on for the victory on the road. Long road trip. Irvine down there to Central Florida, and they win it by 61-60. SportsCenter on TV, teamed with Steve Levy, who I would recognize anywhere. I'm John Anderson. We're actual size. The other 2 fellas you saw, Njai and Fall, kids raised in Senegal before basketball brought them to the U.S., that's only slightly out of scale. You can keep trying, but it's not gonna, we don't have an apple box big enough for you, buddy.
They're even taller than Van Pelt, who might still be at Bentley's right now. Speaking of height, can't believe the reaction to our Monday Night Football postgame interview with J.J. Watt of the Texans. Now, Ray Lewis is a big man, right? Look at them standing next to each other. Now, we got Ray at 6'1". Ray is listed as 6'1". I get to stand next to him every Monday night. My personal professional opinion, yes. I'm going to go 5'10". I'm going to give 3 inches to the hat that Ray wears. Rare to have a defensive lineman as the face of the franchise, and the Texans don't have a winning record. They do have a share of first place, though.
What are you, a carnival barker? You guess heights, weights, ages?
Yes. Look at the size difference. I mean, they didn't play the same position, but
he's in the foreground.
Watt's a monster. Staying with Houston, please.
All right.
The Rockets today at only 4-7 fire head coach Kevin McHale, replacing with 36-year-old assistant J.B. Bickerstaff, Bernie's kid. How many times do you think he's heard that? By the way, Danny Ainge told our Mark Stein that McHale has a job waiting for him in Boston if he wants. Terrence Jones for Howard and almost went in. Ty Lawson, the lob. Here's Harden, attempted a lob, not even close. They were trying to alley-oop Dwight Howard and couldn't get any of that to go. Rockets scored just 13 in the second quarter. Harden stepped back. Rockets down 13 later. Here's Harden. Harden had himself a ball game. Nice move and gets that to go. Rockets down 8. Now down just 4. Under 6 to go. Terrence